What's good? What's good? What's good, my peoples? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, and let's talk about it some more. So, Terence Bud Crawford, 3 division world champion, could be eyeing a move all the way up to 154 to challenge. You got it. Soon to be, could be undisputed junior middleweight. Jermell Lions only Charlo. Right? So, Terence Crawford, right, after the situation that has arose with him and Errol Spence, King Jr., Pierre Ali, Young World, on the mic, my brother Terence Bailey Sr., Brooklyn Bond, Young World, Tony Gutierrez, Car Girl 413, Peace and Blessings Queen, John J. Doe, M. Ray the Boss, my brother, Jay Gadget, MP Dub TF, Terrell Curtis, Maharabit Salam, the SS family, Ches 313, my brother, salute to Detroit, Jay, Walter Tran, Trigger Treat, Ray Patterson, Montrell Evans, Robert Montgomery, Game Bizzle, Toby Powell. What's going on? George Luna. What's this one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Terry Pruitt Wright, Peace and Blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Boston Guru, Music Shown by Music TV, Rodriguez Jackson, Rico Breland, VUE Point TV, Allen by 79. What's going on? Unique Business. What's going on? the Ace A. What's going on? My brother's keeper, Shamar Rasham Shalom, Tyler Smith, Pac Roy, KF Harris, Charles Barnes, Dion Williams, Kevin Stevens, Chris Ray. What's going on, my peoples? So Frankie C31, Breezy Cool. What's going on? So Tyler Smith, Stephen L. Mack. What's going on, my peoples? So let's get into this. So Terence Crawford, he could be moving up and challenging Jermell Charlo for his 154 undisputed title. Jermell Charlo, he have to face off against Brian Castano. He have to get past that fight, obviously. Or you can see Terence Crawford possibly become, the mandatory for the WBO. Terence Crawford has a direct line to Jermell Charlo, right? Direct line. Fred Robbins, brother in the super chat. He said, "Isn't he going to have the same negotiation issues unless purse bid is ordered?" Yeah, the purse bid will be ordered. Here's 2 things now. 2 things to mark. That's very important for you guys to note when it comes to this, right? The situation with Jermell Charlo, the situation with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is going to be slightly different than the situation with Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. Reason being is that Jermell Charlo is not viewed to be a massive pay-per-view. So he's not going to look to garner a lot of money for a fight with Terence Crawford. You understand? As Errol Spence is. Errol Spence is more proven, okay, as far as pay-per-views goes. Okay, Fred Robbins. So that's going to be the difference. Buddy Love, Brandon Noel, what's going on? My brother, Charles Edward Cheese in the building, in the super chat, dropping that 500 on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother Charles Edward Cheese, dropping that 500 on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, been waiting on the live. He said, yeah, back at the crib. Evening community. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was out, obviously. Bernard King, Jay Lynn, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Julian Brooks, what's going on? Go subscribe to my brother on the mic with Terence Bailey Sr. Big Block, what's going on? I spoke to the historian today, Allen by 79. Keep your prayers up for the historian. Knock your block off, Seto. What's going on? Demetrius Hall, what's going on? Bernard Crawford, what's going on? I need y'all to keep the historian in your prayers, man. Bullet Gibson, Floyd Caldwell, what's going on? Boston News DC, Dexington, what's going on? Malik L, what's going on? Boston Dad, what's going on? Yeah, I talked to the historian today. He said he might take a month off, and just try to rest up and get better. I told him that any day he feel like popping in, If he just want to pop in any day, Zcino, what's going on? Terry Approval Right, peace and blessings, Queen. Chris, what's going on? Brother Charles Ever Cheese said, wipe your bed. Oh, what is that? What is that, man? So, Kimber 4509, appreciate you, Charles Ever Cheese, great brother. Mustafa Malik, Grail Sabelli, Nagaro, what's going on? My brother Chris, what's going on? Yeah, salute to my brother B Fitness in the super chat, dropping that half a duck on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, we working, Blue. Salute to you, great brother. Yes, sir. Salute, appreciate you. Yeah, so the historian, I told him, he hasn't been feeling well. He's been under it, and the spirits have been down. And so I told him that, we family. G Code, what's going on? Robert Singleton, High Science 7, Grail Sobelli, Tone Capone 1, Juan Galazas, what's going on? Steve Austin, what's going on? Mike Norman, what's going on? Macadocious Mac of the South, AJ64, what's going on? Steve Austin, Big Pooh, what's going on? So I told the historian today, Diggy Gang, what's going on? Anytime you want to pop his head in, this is his platform as well. So, prayers up to the historian, man, and blessings up to the historian. Victor Griffith, L Rifles, what's going on? Urban Naturalist, Deontay Britt, what's going on? iMac Music, Isaiah Young, what's going on? Cheese All Out Fitness, what's going on? MP Dub TF, what's going on? Yeah, smash the like button, people. They're not going to send out the notifications. Juan Galazvis, what's going on? Terence McShane, what's going on? Yeah, Jalen, he's listening in. Rodney, what's going on? Nakia Bankhead, what's going on? He's listening in as right now as we speak. 2016-20, same talking points. Joy Thompson Jr., what's going on? Rodney, what's going on? Terence McShane, Tat, what's going on? Bad Adventures, what's going on? So he's listening in right now. He's just a little under the weather. He's sitting with the wife. Blessings to my brother, Curry Anderson, the historian. Blessings to his wife, man. Taking care of the historian. Blessings to her. Marcus Walls, Just Do Boxing, DeAndre Carey, what's going on? So blessings to both of them, man. And historian, we love you, man. To Davis 2310, now what's going on? So anyway, let's get into this, right? Crane Enterprise, what's going on? So I've been told that Terence Crawford does have interest in fighting Jermell Charlo. Lauren Anderson, what's going on? Salute PNMMA, salute to you, great brother. Von Nago, I don't know. Cedric Traylor, what's going on? Ryan Garrett, what's going on? Luis Frangos, what's going on? Carlos Hernandez, what's going on? So I spoke to somebody that says, yes, there's definitely interest. D-Block, High Five Trucking, what's going on? For Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is only looking for the best fights out there. LV Live, what's going on? He's not looking for tune-ups. D-Block, what's going on? He's not interested in tune-ups. Terrence Trent, what's going on? Khalid Mays, what's going on? Also, Terence Crawford is not very interested in fighting Josh Taylor. He's not very Jew Blue. What's going on? St. Louis Mick. What's going on? So I know I've seen people. Anthony DeMarzino. What's going on? So I've seen St. Louis Mick, my brother Mike G. What's going on? I've seen a lot of people talking about Terence Crawford signing a one-fight deal with Bob Arum, top rank, to fight Josh Taylor. He's not interested in fighting Josh Taylor. Don TV. What's going on? Quincy Quinten. Gio James Khalil 98. What's going on? He has no interest. It's not that he doesn't have interest in fighting Josh Taylor. He don't want to wait. Terence Crawford is not in the waiting game right now, which is great news, right? Because that's what I've been saying. Dub_right side, what's going on? Terence Crawford don't want to see him sitting around waiting, 34 years of age. He wants to fight the absolute best there is to offer. Okay. And so now the thing about it, Raymond James, what's going on? Daniel Beltran, what's going on? D-Block, what's going on? Valdecris, Devon Webster, my brother, what's going on? The thing about it is I wanted Terence Crawford, he needs to fight the best, and he wants to fight the best. I didn't agree with the statements made by Tim Smith. My opinion, right? George Thompson Jr. What's going on? I understand where he was coming from. I personally didn't agree with it, and the reason I didn't agree with it is because I I think that the fans are going to pay for it. Tariq Stewart, Alante Henderson, Lachi Pumaskill, Della Veda X, what's going on? I think that DeMarcus Mack, what's going on? I think the fans are going to pay for, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. And yes, there's going to be people that's going to stream the fights. They're not going to pay for the fights, but that's every fight today. There's no fight today that Black America. What's going on? Muhammad M. Brother Super Chat. So if he moving up, does he still fight Spence? He could fight Spence at 154. Errol Spence is going to go to 154. So the problem is, the brother was asking me. He said that Fry, what's going on? Chef Dre Book, what's going on? So the brother was asking me, isn't he going to have the same issue because Jermell Charles with the PBC? Well, Jermell Charles not as established of a pay-per-view star as Errol Spence is. Okay, DeMarcus Mack, what's going on? So I don't see the same issues. And like you said, Terence Crawford, Ray Patterson, what's going on? Terence Crawford, you're saying 007, what's going on? He can order the WBO and make himself the mandatory for Jermell Charlo. Sean Coleman, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? Dwayne Jones, what's going on? So he could order the WBO, right? And make himself the mandatory at 154. Now, the thing that I see, the issue that I have with this is that stick around to 147. Lionhearted, what's going on? And this is the reason I say that. Is because Keith Thurman fight still presents itself. Calvin Austin, what's going on? That's a big fight for Terence Crawford. Stick around, Marlon Green, what's going on? And fight Keith Thurman. That's a big fight for Terence Crawford. There's no need, in my opinion, to immediately jump up to 154. Stanley Bailey, what's going on? Benjamin Irwin, what's going on? Right? If the fight that you're looking for, obviously, is Terence Crawford, that Terence Crawford is looking for, do me a favor. We got 450 people. Let's get 450 likes. Nathan Smith, what's going on? Jose Juarez, what's going on? If they're not going to send out the notification, cool. Let's participate, though. Let's not allow them to continue to play the games. Smash the like button. Antonio Hicks, what's going on? And let's get the likes all the way up. We got 450 people, and we got 200 likes. That's horrible. Mike G, what's going on? We got 450 people. We got 200 likes. Scorpio Indigo, what's going on? Fly High 89. A. Louis, what's going on? Thomas Mullen, Chris Wells, what's going on? We should have that many likes. Smash the like button. St. Louis Mink, my brother, what's going on? Get the likes all the way up, people. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes all the way up. Let's work. So anyway, QY Dub Network, my brother, Brian O. Young, what's going on? Robert Starr, what's going on? Kings Zarus, what's going on? Julius Thomas, what's going on? David Gordon Lane, my brother, Dominic Sebring, Xavier Moses, what's going on? Gambizzle, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Bud versus Mel would be an interesting fight, but I see Bud winning by unanimous decision if this fight ever took place. What you think? I think I could see it on plethora of different ways. Rainman Two Sides, what's going on? I could see Chris Cole 713, what's going on? Jamal, what's going on? I could see Terence Crawford winning. Like you said, I could see him outboxing Jermell Charlo. I don't think he could stop Jermell Charlo. But in the same token, I could see Jermell Charlo beating Terence Crawford. He's very big. He's very disciplined. He's very skilled. He's technically sound. Terence Crawford can't make any mistakes against Jermell Charlo. Not at the least bit. Not the slightest, right? He has to fight the perfect fight to beat Jermell Charlo, or he's going to get knocked out. See, he's not going to – Jermell Charlo is not just going to outbox Terence Crawford. He could knock out Terence Crawford. His style, his skills, his discipline, his technical skill set, his athletic ability. He's 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. Terence Crawford is not going to have an arm reach advantage. Terence Crawford is not going to confuse him with the southpaw and orthodox stance switching. That's not going to work against him. He's just going to simply have to outbox Jermell Charlo, which is an uphill battle because Terence Crawford has gotten into the mindset and gotten comfortable being a puncher boxer more so than a boxer puncher. And you can't be a boxer. You can't be a puncher boxer with Jermell Charlo. It's going to see you get knocked out. Because, see, yes, Terence Crawford has knocked out his last 9 opponents, right? Salute to my brother Gambizzle dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue, right? Terence Crawford has gotten used to knocking fighters out. That's not going to happen with Jermell Charlo. And I know people said, yeah, Tony Harrison, right? Tony Harrison was outboxing Jermell Charlo. Tony Harrison has a 77-inch arm reach. He has extremely long arms. Tony Harrison is like 6'1". He's taller. He's much taller than Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. Larry Baker, brother in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. You understand what I'm saying? Demetrius Hall, what's going on, great brother? So he's taller. Hulk Nell, what's going on? Memphis Maine, what's going on? Jason Nee, what's going on? May, what's going on? So he's taller than Terence Crawford. He has a longer reach than Terence Crawford. Devon Webster, brother in super chat. Bud takes too many chances. Charles stops him. Agreed. Ronique 313. Julius Thomas, what's going on? Chantel Hill, what's going on? Now, I can see Devon Webster. I can see Terence Crawford winning the fight for sure. For sure, I can see that. Get the likes to 500, people. Smash the like button. Ben Davis, Showtime the Guy, what's going on? Lambo the Husky, Chris Wells, what's going on? Get the likes up to 500, people. On the rise, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 500 right now. If you have not smashed the like button, smash it. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Get the likes to 500. On the rise, New Jersey. What's going on? Fernando Garcia, what's going on? Kevin Lau seeing my brother. Where you been at, great brother? Boxing Guru, what's going on? So Gio James Khalil, what's going on? Get the likes to 500, people. Smash it. Jojo stops Garcia next fight. I think Joseph Diaz could stop him as well. So yes, Terence Crawford does take chances, Devon Webster, but I could see Bella R, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? I could see a scenario in which Terence Crawford stays disciplined because we saw that Jermell Charlo can be outboxed. King Grayson, what's going on? And Terence Crawford is a very good boxer when he wants to be. Anna Israel, Gravy David, what's going on? It just depends on the mindset of Terence Crawford ultimately. You understand what I'm saying? And I know people said Tony Harrison outboxed Jermell Charlo. David Da Vinci, what's going on? Yeah, he did. But Tony Harrison is 6'1.5", nearly 6 feet tall, 6'2", with a 77-inch arm reach. He has extremely long arms. His arms are longer than Terence Crawford's by 3 inches. Fernando Garcia, what's going on? iMac Music, what's going on? That's a very, very big difference. Mikel Hardy, what's going on? Salute to Cleveland. D-Block, what's going on? You understand? So that's a completely different thing. And you got to stay disciplined because just like Tony Harrison, you get undisciplined and Jermell Charlo going to make you pay. DeMarcus Mack, yeah, he got to get past Brian Castano first, obviously. Look like that's going to happen in March. Big Dose 513, what's going on? Alante Henderson, what's going on? I expect Jermell Charlo to knock out Brian Castano this time, though. I don't think it's going to be close at all. Anthony Coins, what's going on? Huncho 2-time. Noy Gente, what's going on? He said if Spence Crawford doesn't happen, ultimately it's Bud's fault. Well, I'm gonna address that too, because it's partially Terence Crawford's fault at this stage. In the past, it's been Terence Crawford's fault. Meal Day 73, what's going on? But right now, Jay Hoover 07, brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, I know them pockets a little lighter since Hawaii. I spent $6,000 on my honeymoon. It's expensive out there. Glad you made it back safe. I appreciate you, Jay Hoover 07. Great brother. Yes, sir. My pockets was definitely a lot lighter, man, because martial law, what's going on? DJ 36O, what's going on? It was a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on with that, especially today's time, great brother, with all these different types of testings you got to do over here. You got to go over here. You can't. It's a lot. Joshua Correa, what's going on? B-Rail 87, what's going on, great brother? Randall, what's going on? Terrell Curtis, what's going on? Yeah, Randall Hampton, what's going on? So, yeah, definitely. I appreciate you, great brother. Jay Lynn said nothing is ever Spence's fault. LOL. Yeah, no. So it's not Errol Spence though. See, it's not Errol Spence. It would be. I mean, Carlos Guerrero, what's going on? I expect Errol Spence to put his best foot forward as I expect him to do. Brandon Benacourt, what's going on? Pat Cannon, what's going on? Because Errol Spence wants this fight. Errol Spence wants to be undisputed. So I expect Errol Spence to put his best foot forward and say, hey, listen, y'all got to make this happen. If you take an L, you're going to have to take an L. Anthony Williams, what's going on? Errol Spence Errol Spence he's not the one holding up the fight unless you're saying, well, Errol Spence needs to demand that the fight happens, which I would agree with. DJ Zion Love, what's going on? I would agree with that. Prada Pierre, brother, Super Chat. If Terence won a bigger piece of the pie in an Errol fight, vacate the WBO belt 147 and beat Charlo at 154 because who he beat at 147 won't help. Agreed. Salute to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Quentin Moore, what's going on? Keon, drop the link. Prada Pierre, I agree. That would definitely garner him the bigger. You beat Jermell Charlo. I expect Jermell Charlo to make the adjustments, and I expect Jermell Charlo to knock out Brian Castano. This is no slight to Brian Castano. I think that in that fight with Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo, it was everything Jermell Charlo didn't do, opposed to everything Brian Castano did do. So I think it was more of what Jermell Charlo just didn't do compared to what Brian Castano actually did, if that makes sense. My brother Charles Edward Cheese said, I never understood this about boxing with power. Why not just pump the jab? Because on the early trades, you got a big event. Oh man, because D knew what's going on. Because they get. That's why certain fighters, Charles Edward Cheese, are great. You get flustered. You get overzealous. Certain fighters, Muhammad M. Brian Castano definitely still has a chance. I just expect Fabian Diaz was scoring. I just expect Jermell Charlo to make the adjustments. He showed that he was simply Shogun 76 was going on. He was simply the better fighter, period. But yeah, Charles Edward Cheese, that's why certain fighters are great and certain fighters are just good, right? Although they have all the talent, they just don't display everything that they have. Chris, what's going on? They can't stick to the game plan. My brother Emmanuel H, what's good with you, great brother? Urban Naturalist, what's going on? They just can't stick to the game plan, right? It's like, it frustrates you when you know you got a beautiful jab, you got arm reach advantage. The Tower in Inferno? What's his name? On 154, the dude that's 6'6" at 154. This dude, come on, brother. You're fighting at 154 and you're 6'6" he got like an 82-inch arm reach. You're fighting at 154. What's his name? And this dude gives up his height every single, it don't even listen. When you have an advantage, stop trying to please the crowd. Stop trying to just knock out or just be entertaining. Win the fight first. Secure the fight. Then when it presents itself, when you look for knockouts, you get knocked out. Let the fight come to you. Use your jab. That's what used to get Vladimir Klitschko in trouble all the time. Giving up his advantages. Cyrod King, what's going on? Big Dose 513, Kevin Brown, what's going on? That's what happens. Black Injured, brother in Super Chat, salute Blue. Are powers that be attempting to block the same some major fights they know will catapult some fighters to higher demand? Yeah, Devin Haney. See, Via Ferrer, what's going on? Established 94, Fundora, right. Dub _ right side, salute, Established 94. Yeah, Fundora, 6'6". This dude is 6'6". Come on, look at this dude arm reach. Did you see his last fight? You saw his last fight? This dude is 6'6". He got an arm reach that's amazing, Sebastian Fundora, right? And the dude's giving it up. An 80-inch, he's a heavyweight. 6'6" with an 80-inch arm reach, 81-inch arm reach, right? He fought Sergio Garcia. Sergio Garcia is 5'11", 5'11" with a 72-inch arm reach. He has almost a 10-inch arm reach, and he has a 7-inch height advantage. And he was letting this dude tag him and hit him with all types of stuff. How? Undisciplined. That's why. Disciplined fighters in the ring win fights. The fighters that stay cool, calm, and collective under pressure, they win fights. He who greets. What's going on? Those are the fighters that win fights. But like my brother was saying, he said that who said that? But the brother was saying that if Terence Crawford fights and beats Jermell Charlo, he could put himself in position to be the mandatory 1,000%. To get a bigger a payday against Errol Spence. 1,000%. 1,000%. You fight and beat Jermell Charlo, because again, like I said, I expect Jermell Charlo to beat Brian Castano. So at that point, he would be undisputed. So Terence Crawford fights him, because Terence Crawford could put himself in position to be his mandatory for sure. So Terence Crawford fights and beats him. He becomes the mandatory. He becomes undisputed. Errol Spence is moving up. Errol Spence ain't moving there to just campaign there. He's moving to 154 to become a champion. So what that mean? All roads will have to lead through Terence Crawford. Ben Davis, brother in Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in Super Chat. What's good, Big Blue? As much as I to say it, I don't. He said, as much as I don't like to say it, I don't think Charlo can beat Canelo. I don't think he can handle the pressure or the power. In my opinion, he has enough. He has seen nothing like that as yet. But I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't think Jermell Charlo is going to beat Canelo Alvarez either, brother. I don't think he's gonna beat him either. I don't like his body language when he was being pressured. He stands right in front of you. Carl Tignan, what's going on? Canelo has faster hands than Jermell Charlo. I believe he's just as accurate as Jermell Charlo. And he shows me to be more versatile than Jermell Charlo. And he has essentially the judges on his side. Nah. Standing right in front of Canelo, don't get the job done. 504 top level, what's going on? Standing right in front of him, that don't get the job done. So I agree. I think Canelo beats him. Quincy Quintan, what's going on? I think Canelo beats him. But yeah, so like I said, drumming for life, what's going on? I think that going up there fighting. Oh, let me answer the other brother's question. Do I think full movie episode Deontay Mosley, what's going on? Do I think that that fighters are being prevented because they don't want the rise of certain fighters? Oh, absolutely. Devin Haney, he's a clear case, right? Jerron Boots Ennis, right? There's all types of different scenarios that Jerron Boots Ennis has to go through to get his opportunities. Nobody has the same. Nobody has the same perspective when it comes to Virgil Ortiz Jr. that they do with Jerron Ennis. Nobody. Nobody has the same expectations for Jerron Ennis as they do for Virgil Ortiz Jr. Virgil Ortiz Jr. Nobody. I don't see when people mention Virgil Ortiz fighting this person or that person. Nobody tells you, well, who did he fight? The first thing that comes to your mind when somebody says Jerron Ennis should fight this person, who did he fight to get an opportunity? Or Devin Haney should fight this person, or who did he fight to get the opportunity? They don't say that about Virgil Ortiz. They don't say that about Lomachenko. When it's about Lomachenko, they tell you about his amateur background. What do amateurs have to do with the pros? Absolutely nothing. DJ 36, oh, brother in the super chat, much love to you, great brother, appreciate you. Westside, what's going on? Marcus Lestrade, brother in super chat, why are Bud fans looking for Bud to move up to 154 instead of fighting Boots or Thurmans? Hashtag Spence doing all the heavy lifting. So my thing would be this, right? X-Men, what's going on? Again, let me say this. I don't agree. I think Texas Bulldog Boxing, what's going on? Eric, oh, what's going on? Christy Trotter, what's going on? I think that the fans will buy Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. I think that they're drastically underestimating you as the fan. Quincy Carter, my brother, what's going on? I think that they're Adonis K3, Antone Wright, what's going on? King Raheem, Real Talk, what's going on? Big Turk, what's going on? Charles Clark, what's going on? I think that they're Terrence Trent, what's going on? Arthur Hawkins, Mass Arms, what's going on? I think they're drastically underestimating the fans and how much the fans will support certain fighters. Frosty 504, what's going on? You can't judge. Let me say this. You can't judge a fight like Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin, or you can't judge Terence Crawford and Sean Porter, or you can't judge any of those things. You can't even judge Terence Crawford versus Victor Poster. You can't judge those off of and make your decision and base it off of those fights and say, well, fans ain't gonna show up for this fight. Jeremy Brown, what's going on? Because that's not true. Ishmael Henry, what's going on? You can't tell the fans, well, the fans ain't gonna show up. They ain't pay for Terence Crawford versus this guy. Well, maybe the fans didn't believe in Terence Crawford versus Victor Posto. Right? Maybe the fans didn't believe Terence Crawford versus, Sean Porter. Picasso, brother in Super Chat, got to keep the same energy. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me what you're referring to. We got 650 people, and we got 450 likes. That's 200 people here just sitting here moonlighting, not participating, but will sit here for the duration instead of supporting. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Michael Jones, what's going on? DJ 36, brother in Super Chat. Why is King Ryan ducking and dodging fights? Because he's not a true fighter at heart. G Money, what's going on? It's plain and simple. Why is he not fight? Why is he not looking to fight the best? Because he's not a true fighter at heart. Jude 12, what's going on? Laker Raven, what's going on? It's just like you said, right? It's just like Laker Raven said, Blue, you say all this, but we all know Bud does horrible numbers. If we're going to speak truth, speak it, bro. Brother, I don't speak nothing but the truth. Kenneth Gordon, what's going on? See, this one I don't get. When I tell y'all the truth about Terence Crawford's numbers, I don't see y'all. Right? You don't say anything. Then I get the people that come here talking about, I just don't like Terence Crawford. Tip Bayless, what's going on? Emmanuel 7 Lion, what's going on? SD 1960 Block, what's going on? Show your boxing IQ, what's going on? Nobody says anything. Pray for Crazy, what's going on? G Money, Jonathan Rivera, what's going on? But then when I'm telling you that you too, when I'm referring to the comments made by Tim Smith when he said that nobody's going to show up for it and pay for it, and then you say, well, let's be real, Terence Crawford don't sell. I know he don't sell. It's Isidro Bermudez, what's going on? Von Doll, what's going on? Mooney Music, Tito Shatanda, what's going on? I know he did. I know he didn't sell as a pay-per-view star. But listen to what I just said. Let me rewind. Arik Williams, what's going on? Let me rewind. JB, what's going on? Maybe you missed what I was saying. So let me rewind it and say it again. You cannot judge solely off the fans not buying Terence Crawford and Sean Porter and comparing that to, well, they ain't going to buy Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. The magnitude of the fight is different. G Money says Spence has more excuses. What excuses does Errol Spence have, brother? AJ64, Gerardo Valencia, what's going on? What excuses did Errol Spence make up? Go ahead and tell me. Here y'all go. What excuses did Errol Spence make up? Alexander Jackson, what's going on? What excuses? Here we go. Ben Davis, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in Super Chat. He said 49ers will KO the Dallas Cowboys. Agreed. And Jay Lynn and my people here, they're going to be highly upset. My brother Emmanuel H, they're going to be highly upset, but it is what it is. I still love them. Fred Mir, what's going on? They're going to be highly upset come Monday night, but it's all good. Picasso, what's going on? El Grease Lambert, what's going on? Lance Jackson, what's going on? They're going to call out the word. Nick J, they all gonna call out work. Ain't none of them going to work on Monday. Gap reviews, Justin Hawkins is going on. Alan Day, brother in Super Chat. He said Bud beating Charlo, the champ at 154 would do better for his legacy than fighting an irrelevant bout versus Boots, Taylor, or Thurman, Spence, or move up. LaMarcus Robinson, what's going on? Agreed. James with AZ, what's going on? Because Mario Diaz, Joshua Wright, what's going on? Because Boots haven't won the title yet. Josh Taylor's a junior welterweight, but I can't say the same for Brandon Barbie. What's going on, great brother? I can't say the same for Josh Taylor. I mean, for Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is a established welterweight. Keith Thurman, Mr. DJ C92, what's going on? What's going on? L1 Fail, what's going on? Joshua Wright, what's going on? Keith Thurman was the unified champion at welterweight. Keith Thurman was the man to beat. Boston Jorge, what's going on? Kenneth Gordon, what's going on? So Keith Thurman's star power and status is just as big as Jermell Charlo. But the fact that, like you said, Alan Day, going up to junior middleweight and beating the undisputed champion, oh yeah, for sure, that would shine brighter for his legacy in the future, no doubt. JMG, brother in the super chat, PBC doesn't want the Bud Spence fight. I wouldn't say that they don't want the Bud Spence fight. I believe that Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Low Dog 606, Tune, what's going on? Tone 40, what's going on? So I don't want to say they don't want it, but a very good point was made, right, Mike? What's going on? That I told you guys the other day, that it will bode well for the PBC if Keith Thurman won against Terence Crawford. That's for sure, right? Erickson Lubin is going to beat Fundora, by the way. But for Keith Thurman, he's going to knock out Fundora in the 6th round. Watch. Dub_right side, brother in super chat. Salute to my dogs, national champs, baby. Yes, sir. Salute to Georgia, man. Bulldogs in the building. DeMontre Houston, brother in the super chat, he said, Blue, this is all smokescreen to get people more riled up. The fight is going to happen, just my honest opinion, but I could be wrong. I agree with you. I hope that this is the case. What I'm telling you today, and what I'm going by is Casanova Harvard, what's going on? What I'm telling you today is what I'm going by is this is coming from somebody in Terence Crawford's team that says Terence Crawford is very interested in going up to 54, and he's very confident that he could beat Jermell Charlo. Wendell Jackson, what's going on? That's another plan for him if he can't secure this Errol Spence fight. But Terence Crawford right now wants this Errol Spence fight. And so here's the thing, right? Yes, it will bode well for the PBC if Terence Crawford fought Keith Thurman and Keith Thurman beat Terence Crawford. Well, now you're keeping it all in-house. Robin Nunez, what's going on? And if Keith Thurman, El Harper Reptile, what's going on? If Keith Thurman beats Terence Crawford, well, the biggest fight in the welterweight division from the beginning was Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. So now you're just revisiting that. You understand? James Roper Davis, what's going on? You understand? Lecce Puma Skills, Ray Patterson, what's going on? So now you're just revisiting the original plan to begin with. But the problem I have with that is, Big LT, what's going on? 93 Super Supreme, what's going on? Is that we wanted to see Terence Crawford and Errol Spence in the ring. Because even if Styles make fights, if Keith Thurman beats Terence Crawford, right? I still don't think he beats Errol Spence. Euphobia Day, what's going on? Styles make fights. We have 700 people, and we still have 550 likes. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Get the lights off. Dr. Lemon Pepper, Black Knowledge, Lexodon 10, what's going on? Troy King, my brother, what's going on? He said Bud versus Errol. I agree with you. That's the only thing we want to think about, right? But the fact is, if it's Troy King, salute to my brother Troy King. Swoopty Woo, what's going on? If the facts is Aziki Young, what's going on? The facts is this, right? If they saying there's no money for it, right? That's disheartening to me. Because here's the thing. The fans are going to show up for this fight. This is the biggest fight in boxing. Jim McMillan, what's going on? Side of the Rule, what's going on? So it makes me believe that it's posturing, right? They doing business, right? They're saying that they're already putting a certain ceiling on Terence Crawford's asking price. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense. It seems like they're already putting the message out to Terence Crawford. Don't overprice yourself, right? And so that's disheartening to me because I think the fans going to show up and show out for the biggest fight in boxing. And today's time, right? You got to look at it from this standpoint. Today's time, it doesn't matter who you are. People are going to stream the fights. So Keith Thurman fights Terence Crawford. People are going to stream that. Keith Thurman fights Errol Spence. The people are going to stream that. Keith Thurman fights Errol Spence fights Yordenis Ugas on pay-per-view. Well, guess what? The people are going to stream it. Because that's the climate we are in today. The people are going to stream it. Parrish McLean, what's going on? Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. They said that they had 20 million illegal streams for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder first fight. 20 million. King Fury, what's going on? Brandon Smith, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We should have 750 likes. Emmanuel H., my brother in the super chat, he said, correction, Blue. I ain't no Cowgirls fan, bro. Don't mistake me being from Texas as them being my team. Oh, no. Did I say that? I mistake you for somebody else. Kimber 4509, what's going on? Hindu Stick, what's going on? Jill James Khalil 98, what's going on? You know what happened? It's you and Jay Lynn with the Lakers. Sorry about that. Brent Frake Jr. 100. JPJ the Great, what's going on? Yes, we are JPJ the Great. So Keith Thurman, people are going to stream. If Errol Spence fights Keith Thurman, they're going to stream it. When Errol Spence fights your Dana Sugas, they're going to stream it. Big LT, Tunnel Vision, what's going on? That's just today's time. People have found a way not to pay. Yes, it does play a part in the level of fights. Peace be free. Jonathan Rivera, A. Sneed, what's going on? Irvin Green, Lacho, what's going on? Yes, the level of fights and the fight itself, that does play a part, for sure. James Aaron, what's going on? But for the most part, so it doesn't matter to me, like, when not to me. It shouldn't matter, like, when you say, well, nobody's going to buy it. Because if Floyd Mayweather fought today, right, and he fought, let's say, Errol Spence, what you think, people ain't going to illegally stream it? See, Terence Crawford is going to do a big gate with Errol Spence regardless. The gate is going to work. The pay-per-views is going to sell. I think it's going to do 500,000 pay-per-views. Because if Terence Crawford could do 200,000 pay-per-views, 190, let's say 200,000 with Sean Porter, and Errol Spence could do 325,000 with Sean Porter, well, that's 525,000 pay-per-views. You paid Canelo Alvarez $40 million and Caleb Plant $10 million, and they only did 800,000. They didn't do 1 million pay-per-views. They did 800,000 pay-per-views. Smash the like button. We should be at 800 likes right now. Get the likes to 800. Now we got 750 people. We should have 800 likes right now. Get the likes all the way up. We got 800. We got 800 people. We should have 800 likes. Get the likes up. So, Lacho said Mexicans pay for the fights. Not true. Canelo did 800,000 for a historic event. Jawan Carter, what's going on? He did 800,000 for undisputed super middleweight historic event. Kick Science Social, what's going on? 800,000? Jerry Johnson, what's going on? And you paid him 40 million? If you paid him 40 million, you paid 50 million up front, and he did 800,000. And we can't talk about the gates, because the gate, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence shown us that, and you put the fight in the right place and you promote the fight correctly. Errol Spence did a bigger gate in 2020 than Canelo Alvarez. So people show up for Errol Spence. So now you put Errol Spence and Terence Crawford together. Well, people going to show up and show out. They're going to buy it. Put it in the right location. Jonathan Rivera, what's going on? And they're going to buy it. Period. They're going to support it. The answer 385, what's going on? He said you got to take into account at least 50% of the fans bought both fights at. So 200 plus 300 don't equal, huh? You got to take into account at least 50% of the fans bought both fights. So 200 plus 300,000 don't equal 500,000. What you mean? 200 plus 300 equals 500,000. He did 325,000 with Sean Porter. I'm talking about with Sean Porter. Errol Spence did 325,000 with Sean Porter. Terence Crawford did 200,000 with Sean Porter. So if they could do that with Sean Porter, who's not as big a star, I love Sean Porter. Sean Porter knows this. It's my guy. But let's be real. Sean Porter's not as big of a star as Errol Spence, and Sean Porter versus either guy is not as big of a fight as them versus each other. Herbie Weaver, what's going on? So what I'm saying to you is this. If Terence Crawford could do 190,000, Brown Lumber 909, what's going on? If Sean Porter and Terence Crawford could do 190,000, Talib Cunningham, what's going on, great brother? And Errol Spence and Sean Porter could do 325,000. And the people are anticipating this far more than they anticipated Sean Porter versus Errol Spence or Sean Porter versus Terence Crawford. And you put them together, they're going to do more than 500,000 pay-per-views. They're going to do 500,000 pay-per-views. My brother, Professor X, what's going on, great brother? Lacho said 800,000 times 90 equals 72 million. Okay, it equals 72 million. They paid out 50 million up front, right? So now, Lacho, I need you to do me a favor. Now do 500,000 times 90 and tell me what it does. Now watch this now. Now do 500,000 times 90. Poe Porter, what's going on? Mustafa Malik, brother, super chat. 800K is more than any other today than Fury Wilder. Fury Wilder did 850,000. I don't know. Last time I checked, 850 is more than 800. Fury and Wilder did 850,000 with 20 million people illegally streaming the fight. PGH Big Dog, what's going on? So 850 is more than 800 last time I checked. TDLC, what's going on? Jonathan Romero said that's 45 million. Okay. So if it's 45 million, right? Now that's just the pay-per-views, right, Lacho? So thank you, Lacho. So that's 45 million, and that's just the pay-per-views, right? Now that's not the gates. That's not the live gates, and that's not the so that left. So you said they paid them up front 50 million and they had 20 million left over, right? Because you said it was what? It was 800,000, 72 million, right? So they paid 50 million. So that left them with 22 million, right? Okay, so if you paid Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, so you said that's 45 million. So if you paid Terence Crawford and Errol Spence 15 million apiece, right? 15 million apiece, right? To fight each other. That's 30 million. That means you have 15 million left over. Right? Terrence Jackson, appreciate you. That means you have 15 million left over. Right? So, okay, you have 15 million left over. That covers the promotion. The 15 million gives back to the networks and to the promotional companies, right? Mark West, what's going on? Now, you're not even talking about the gate. If Errol Spence did a bigger gate, now you say, hey, listen, for this fight, we're going to give 15 million to Terrence and 15 million to Errol, right? That's more than both of them guys made, okay? Now, we're going to give you also live gate and revenue shares and things of that nature. That's going to be, you guys are going to get 20 million apiece. Big brother in life, what's going on? You're going to get 20 million apiece. You understand? FSU, what's going on? So you guys are going to get 20 million apiece. Ralph Shelton, what's going on? At 500,000. 20 million apiece. Because the live gate, right? Ticket sales, revenue, and things of that nature. Classy Mag, what's going on? DF Dub, what's going on? Onion 77, what's going on? Ralph Shelton, what's going on? We estimate that we could get you guys, we could squeeze out another 10 million for you guys. Boston Hoy, what's going on? Classy Mag, yeah, that's how they doing your boy Boo these days. Uncle Man, what's going on? Right? RJ Mar, what's going on? We gonna say through ticket sales and put it in arena. Don't put it in MGM Grand Garden Arena where it only holds 13,000 people. Put it in an arena where Elbow, what's going on? Where it could hold 40,000 people. Jessica Bird, Peace Blessings. Darius Ewan, what's going on? Right? Michael Ray, what's going on? Mustafa Malik, my brother. Put it in an arena where it could do hold 30, a lot of people. Alante folks, what's going on? Drop, what's going on? And guess what? He said, my brother, he said he did the math. 800,000 times 80 is 64 million. How much was the Canelo Alvarez fight with it was okay, it was $80. So it wasn't, so then it's 64 million. Okay, so all right, so the Canelo Alvarez Caleb Plant fight was 79 million. Hold on now, because watch this now. That's interesting. Watch this. Noah Gente said 800,000 times 80 is 64 million. Times 5 is 32 million plus the gate 18 million is 50 million. Of course, Canelo Plant had sponsors and overseas payers. Sales was not huge bonanza. Right. So Noah Gente, okay, so now he just gave me a more interesting scenario. So the Canelo Alvarez Caleb Plant fight was $79 or was it $90? Dub _ right side. What's going on, great brother in the super chat? Tim Smith admits not knowing Buzz numbers. Then how does he know they don't have the money for it? Sounds like the boxing politics at work. Oh no, he knows. Believe me, he knows. Rico McCall, what's going on? He knows the numbers. Come on. If we have an idea of the numbers, you think he don't know? Come on. Now, I may not be 1,000% accurate with my numbers, but you think he don't know the numbers? Mustafa Malik said 79. Okay, so it wasn't $90. So it was at 70. It was $79.99. Okay, so that's 80. So then that drops the money. So that means it was so now if that's the case, then the money just dropped. So now you're saying it's 64 million. And now if you pay, okay, Bless 365, peace of blessings, Queen. Where you been at? I ain't see you in a month of days and I'm feeling neglected. You understand, Bless 365? I'm feeling neglected. Montre, what's going on? So if it was at $79, right? And it's $80. So now you're saying that it was 64 million. And they paid both guys up front 50 million. Well, that means they had 14 million on the back end. So now, Black Ham TV, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at? No love for your boy Blue? Wow, brother. Big George 850, what's going on? The Valencia Code, what's going on? Black Ham TV, what's good, great brother? Eric, what's going on? Todd Smith, what's going on? So now, all right, Bless 365, just checking. No love for your boy Blue. So now, look at it, right? Now let's look at it from this standpoint. Greg Clark, what's going on? So now if that's 64 million and they paid them upfront 50 million, well, you can expect Errol Spence and Terence Crawford to do 500,000. And if you paid them 30 million, like I said, and it's 40, what was that? 45 million in total times 500,000, right? Well, then what are we talking about? Melanated royalty, what's going on? Moya Source, what's going on? Then that's the same number. Now you have 15. Now you got Willie Perdue. What's going on? Now you got 15 million, 30 million up front for both guys, and you got 15 million civilized K9. What's going on? Then you got 30. You got 30 million. Then you got 15 left over. That's okay. So you paid 50 million, and you had 14 left over. That's 64, right? Boston Hart said that's just in America alone. John Townsend, what's going on? Tony B, Movie Hood, what's going on? Salah Udine, AB, what's going on? Wayne Stewart, what's going on? So now keep in mind, they have a deal. They have done a deal also with overseas. Remember, they have a deal with Sky Sports or something, the PBC. Monroe Ross, what's going on? So that means you got money left over, just like you did with Canelo and Caleb Plant. Now you give Terence Crawford and Errol Spence the same deal, somewhat. Now, neither one of them are bigger neither one of them are as big or bigger Then Dub J Luckett, what's going on? Then Canelo Alvarez, Master Khalid, what's going on? Cool. Herbie Weaver, what's going on? But you could find a way to pay both of them in this same scenario. You're not giving one guy 50 million and the other guy 10. You give both of them 15 million, and then you say, now when we do the gates and we do the revenue and we do those types of things, now we can squeeze out another 10 to give to y'all. Just being E, what's going on? And now on top of it, now we broke even. Al Green, what's going on? We broke even just like we did with Canelo Alvarez. You're going to get Chilltown Major, what's going on? You're going James Johnson, what's going on? You're going to get money from overseas and all of those things, just like we did with Canelo Alvarez. Ty Smith, what's going on? And everybody's happy. Well, they should be. Chilltown Major, what's going on? Now, I don't know the number that Terence Crawford is asking for. I'm hypothetically speaking. I don't know the number that Terence Crawford is asking for, and I don't know the number Errol Spence is asking for. I'm hypothetically speaking. I think 15 million is more than both guys got paid, and you tack on another 5. That's $20 million, and it's a legacy fight. Brooklyn Life, what's going on? Bless 365. Peace of blessings to the Queen and Super Chat. Smash the like button. Loves. Peace of blessings to you, Queen. See, we ain't seen her in a month of days, and she come in and kicking around furniture. You see what I'm saying? Fifth Island, what's going on? You see how the queens do? You see, I ain't seen her in a month of days, and then she come in and kick around furniture. Hey, listen. Put this here, do this, do that. You see what I'm saying? That's how the queens do me. You understand? They come here and they run your boy blue. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes up. We should have 800 likes. We should have 800 likes, people. Smash the like button. So you look at it from that standpoint, right? Chase the coin, what's going on? How can we say there's no money to pay Terence Crawford? There is money to pay Terence Crawford. I expect Kareem Hood 40 is going on. I expect Terence Crawford and Errol Spence to do 500,000. I believe that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, promoted properly, can do 500,000 because you got to also look at it at this standpoint, right? Just like Canelo and Caleb Plant, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is for undisputed. Errol Spence beats your Danish Ugas. Okay, let me enlighten y'all. Let me give you another example too. This is not being taken into consideration. Being the Lambs, what's going on? Scheme, what's going on? Ty Smith, what's going on? We should be looking at it from this standpoint. As a company, as the PBC, let's make Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford. Let's try to secure that fight. Why? Because Terence Crawford and Keith Thurman is going to bolster Terence Crawford's star power. And if Terence Crawford loses to Keith Thurman, it's going to bolster Keith Thurman's star power. St. Louis Mick, my brother, what's going on? So make that fight and promote Terence Crawford. Right? Like you said, Terence Crawford hasn't been promoted and moved properly to become a mega pay-per-view star. Agreed. But take take Terence Crawford. No. Kimber 4509 said Blue F at 20 million. Spence wants 70%. That leaves 60 million for. No. He don't want 70%. St. Pierre, what's going on? Don't listen to that. He didn't ask for 70%, man. You give Terence Crawford, you give Errol Spence 15, you give Terence Crawford 15. Now you break off the revenue shares. Now you can squeeze out. Let's say the revenue shares is, I don't know what it garners. Let's say the gate does 18 million at the gate. Okay, it does 18 million. You give Errol Spence 5 million. You give Errol Spence 7 million. You give Terence Crawford 5 million. Errol Spence now got 22 million for the fight. Terence Crawford got 20 million for the fight. PBC networks, they got their 14 already. Now you say if it did 18 million at the gate and you take off 12 to give to them, or maybe even 13, right? Let's say it's 13 million, right? And you say, Errol Spence, here, we're going to give you 8 million. Now you made 23 million and Terence Crawford made 20 million, right? You got the gate, you got your guaranteed purse up front. PBC takes off of that, 5 million from that. Then they already had the 14. Let's round it off to another million. PBC gets 20 million. The networks get 20 million. Terence Crawford gets 20 million. Errol Spence gets 23 million. $60+ million fight. Everybody should be happy. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? And everybody should be happy. So now you take Terence Crawford, right? And you say, listen, we're going to take Terence Crawford. We're going to make him Keith Thurman fight is going to bolster Terence Crawford's star power. You understand? Keith Thurman versus Terence Crawford is going to bolster Terence Crawford's star power. Right? He beats Keith Thurman. You beat Sean Porter, then you beat Keith Thurman. Well, your star power has just risen. Albert Doherty, what's going on? Now, now you take Errol Spence beating your Dana Sugas, right? Now, Terence Crawford beats Keith Thurman. That's a big fight. He's coming off of beating Sean Porter and then Keith Thurman, right? Okay, Errol Spence beats your Dana Sugas. Now you're talking about Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford for undisputed. What you mean the people not going to buy it? They going to buy that. Billy Ray 510, what's going on? He said you make it sound easy. No, they make it sound harder. Jordan SRT, what's going on? Mookie Brown, what's going on? Larry Baker, what's going on? They make it sound harder. Father Lewis, what's going on? They make it sound harder. Make sure you secure a stadium where the fight, we know you could get, not MGM Grand Garden, because MGM Grand Garden don't hold more than, what does it hold? 12, 13,000 people? Not enough. Tim TV 212, what's going on? Detroit raised me. What's going on? It don't hold enough. How many people Billy Ray 510? How many people, how many the T-Mobile hold? It ain't gonna be in Texas. I knew Jalen was coming in here with that Texas talk. I knew LV Live was going on. He said Spence running. Here we go. V Rock, what's going on? Contrell Elder, what's going on? Billy Ray 510. How's Errol Spence running? Running from who? Where's he running to? KG 412, what's going on? Where did he run to? Where's he running to? Go ahead and tell us. Y'all just be, this is the problem. So where does Errol Spence run to? Dietrich Shellman, what's going on? King Grayson, what's going on? Spade up 36, what's going on? Where is he running to? You said Spence is running. Running to who? Running where? You Master Allah, what's going on? That's exactly what they're saying to you, Bless 365. They ain't basically saying it. They told you straight out. Not basically. They told us straight out. Cut and dry. Grizzly Vibes, what's going on? Julius Thomas, Ashante L. 7, what's going on? Carl Brown, what's going on? So they're telling us flat out that we ain't going to support the fighters. Because, see, here's the thing. Like I said, Bless 365, we got to get used to the climate that we in. Irvin Green, what's going on? People are going to stream the fights. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Isaiah Conriquez, what's going on? On the mic, my brother Terence Bailey C. And go subscribe to my brother On the Mic with Terence Bailey C. EJ ain't running nothing but them hands. Facts, he's not running from anybody. T. Williams, what's going on? David Gordon Lane, brother Super Chat. I watch and listen. Blue Equal, I learn. Credit to you. Awesome channel. Man, I appreciate you 1,000%, great brother. See, when they tell you these things, it sounds more difficult than what it really is. So it's a way to tell the fans so that the fans can say, man, it's too difficult. DeAndre Carey, what's going on? It's really not. Sean Smith, what's going on? It's really not that difficult. See, the problem is, right? They say that they lose money. Okay, if you put $20 million into the fight to make the fight happen, make sure you promote it correctly. Right? See, here's the difference. People talk about Floyd Mayweather, right? Bullet Gibson, what's going on? They'll tell you about Floyd Mayweather. They'll tell you, Father Lewis, what's going on? Appreciate you. Love you too, great brother. They'll tell you about Floyd Mayweather. They'll tell you about Canelo Alvarez today. Well, Canelo Alvarez, he sells. Well, Canelo Alvarez also promotes himself. Canelo Alvarez did it correctly. Canelo Alvarez he did whatever happened to the 4 cities tours, press conferences. What happened to the 4-city press conferences? Have Errol Spence and Terence Crawford do a press conference in Dallas, Texas. Have Errol Spence and Terence Crawford do a press conference in Omaha, Nebraska. Have Terence Crawford and Errol Spence do a press conference in New York, and then have Terence Crawford and Errol Spence do a press conference in California. Alfonso Morris, what's going on? There's still ways to work around that. There's still ways to work around it. Alfonso Morris. Do a 4-fight. You come to New York City. You go to Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, you got to go to Omaha, DP Rocker. You got to. Trillion of Judah, what's going on? Because let me tell you why. You go to Omaha, Nebraska. Let me tell you why. You getting the fans excited, riled up. Bruce Turk, what's going on? You know the people going to show up for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford press conference in Omaha, Nebraska? When they came face to face and just had a conversation going back and forth, did you see how viral that went? Don't tell me the people not interested in it. When Terence Crawford and Errol Spence came face to face, you saw how viral it went. When I did an interview or asked Errol Spence about Terence Crawford fight, that went more viral than the Terence Crawford responding to Errol Spence being at the fight and Terence Crawford and Errol Spence responding to Terence Crawford, Sean Porter win. It went more viral than him actually beating Sean Porter. Big brother in light, what's going on? It went more viral. So you can't tell us that people, Natty Dread, what's going on, ain't going to show up for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, because they will. You go to Omaha, Nebraska, and let Terence Crawford talk his talk in Omaha, Nebraska. They're going to show up and show out for Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Are you kidding me? And then you have them go to Dallas, Texas. You start in Omaha, Nebraska. You go to Dallas, Texas. Then you go to New York. Then you go to LA. Then you go home. Then you go home. Alfred Campbell, what's going on? And do you know the buzz that's going to get? Easy Lewin, Larry Baldwin, what's going on? You know the buzz that the fight is going to get? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The buzz and the intrigue. Larry Baldwin, I expect Errol Spence to be the same. I can't be for sure. Thank you, Muhammad M. He said, then you fight and you sell tickets. James Dorsey, what's going on? And you let them talk their talk. Let them talk their talk. Bobo said London. No, you can't go to ATL in London. Bobo, salute. That's too much money. To go to London, no. You got to make sure it's streaming in London, though. You got to make sure in London, you can see it in London. You got to make sure you can see it in London. And then take the fight to the Georgia Dome. Put the fight in the Georgia Dome. You think they ain't going to show up and show out at the Georgia Dome? Are you kidding me? They show up for Tank. They showed up for Shakur Stevenson. Put it in the Georgia Dome. Put it in the Georgia Dome. And sanitation stomp out. What's going on? William Moore, what's going on? The people going to be clamoring for it. Now put it in the Georgia Dome. Oh, it's not the Georgia Dome no more. It's the Mercedes-Benz Dome. Put it in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And think the people ain't going to show up and show out. Philip P. Flame Walden, what's going on? And then put the proper undercard on it. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Put the Cantrell Elder, what's going on? And then put it in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium and put the proper undercard on it at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. No, you can't put Leo Santa Cruz on the undercard. That don't sell. Well, he will, but you got to put the proper opponent for Leo Santa Cruz in Georgia. Oh man, come on, man. On the mic, my brother Terence Bailey seeing the super chat. I can get them mad national press myself, Blue. Easy. It's easy. Eddie Wallace, what's going on? El Rivia, what's going on? Natty Dread, what's going on? Alexander, what's going on? Alexander Israel, what's going on? Show your boss and Akui, what's going on? You got to put boots on it. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Mr. Valentine, what's going on? Tex Rock, what's going on? Man, come on, man. You put it in ATM Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In the ATL, excuse me, I say ATM. ATL in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Man, all the celebrities going to show up and show out for that. Trevor Bush, what's going on? Salute my brother Kevin Lau Sr. Great brother, appreciate you. You put it in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium and you're going to tell me it ain't going to sell out? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Easy. And you put boots on the undercard, for sure. Everybody is going to show up for that. Everybody. Coach Show Drive Road Sport, a race sport. Nucky Gamble, what's going on? Everybody's going to show up for that. Believe me. They're going to show up for that. Everybody from Texas is going to come there. From Nebraska, New York, Baltimore, D.C. They're coming. James Aaron, what's going on? They coming. Believe that. The gate for that is going to be ridiculous. Ridiculous. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's going to be ridiculous, the gate for it. It's going to be ridiculous. But you put it in Atlanta? Oh, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Now, I don't know if Atlanta could hold, the demand, but, as far as the hotels and things of that nature, put it in Atlanta. Father Lou, what's going on? Jose Verge, what's going on? It's people show up and show out for it. Exactly, Bless 365. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what it is. No, you can't put it in Philly. Can't put it in Philly. Can't put it in New York. No, Georgia is perfect. Man, you do the press conference and like that, and then have the fight and just, man, come on, man. Charles Edward Cheese, he said all that food. Yeah. He said fried chicken, catfish, pizza. Yeah, I don't do the pizza outside of New York, man. If it ain't New York pizza, I can't do it. He said Cowboy Stadium. Nah, that's impossible. There's no way Terence Crawford going to fight Errol Spence in Dallas Cowboy Stadium. No way. As a competitor, I don't put it past Terence Crawford, but come on, man. No. Corbin Phoenix, what's going on? No. Sorbet Kavuma, what's going on? Man, the rappers and the entertainers going to show up. And man, come on, man. Come on. They're going to show up and show out, man. They're going to show up and show out. Vegas don't have a place outside of, the Raiders Stadium, but outside of Raiders Stadium, and Vegas don't have a place that could hold it's an attraction, Vegas, but it don't have a venue. Taylor for what? What's going on? Tex Rock, what's going on? Respect My Loop, what's going on? Ryo AF, what's going on? It don't have a venue that could hold to secure that Durag Dan Chaney, what's going on, great brother? They don't have a venue. The Mercedes-Benz Dome, what it holds 60, 80,000 people. Now, I don't think they're going to do 100,000 people. True Black Skits, what's going on? I don't mind celebrity boxing because I look at it just like what it is. Daniels Darrow 76, what's going on? Sean Coleman, what's going on? It's entertainment, celebrity boxing. I ain't got nothing. I watched the All-Star game. What's the difference in an All-Star game than celebrity boxing? Nothing. All-Star game is for celebrities. It's entertainment, right? You get celebrity basketball games. You get the slam dunk contest, 3-point contest. Man, it's all for entertainment. entertainment. So I don't mind Jake Paul. Sean Miller, what's going on? Entertainment. Sean T, what's going on? Smash the like button, people. Contrell Elder, brother in Super Chat. How about 45-45 winner get the leftover 10? That's never going to happen. It's never happened in sports. It's never in basketball. Kevin Stevens was going on. In boxing, it's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. Ever. Never. It's not even realistic because, for one, you have fighters. Tax tag. What's going on? You have fighters who build themselves up to a certain level, and then now you telling them, well, this guy didn't fight this guy, and this guy didn't do that, but you should take an even split. Mitchell Hamilton, what's going on? No, I worked hard to be where I'm at. Mac Orion, what's going on? And in the sport of boxing is you risking more than just winning and losing. You risking your actual health is on the line. So my actual health is on the line. And I'm fighting this guy and this guy and this guy. Now you fought this guy, this guy, this guy. It wasn't as grueling of a route, right? And I put it all on the line. And now when I come to fight you, now I'm supposed to break even with you? Nah. Mia Swervo, what's going on? No, it don't work that way. Julius Ford, what's going on? It don't work that way. Nah, I need to get everything I came here for. Because I put it more. See, that sounds good in other sports. Basketball, football, baseball. You don't play boxing, Terrell Curtis, exactly. I'm putting more on the line than winning and losing. So no, I deserve everything I came for. And if you ain't put it on the line and the biggest opportunity, no. I need everything I came for. So that's the problem when people say 45-45 and then when it take the no. It don't work that way, brother. I fought this guy. I fought this puncher. I fought this guy. I put it all on the line for this. And now I'm supposed to break even? No, man. Westwood, what's going on? It don't work that way. Duag Dan Channing said, how many consecutive big wins does Bud need to be a prize fighter? Number one best pound for pound draw. Oh, to me, he's already the best fighter in the world, pound for pound. Because I can't take away from his accomplishments what he already accomplished. You understand? What I mean by that is he already accomplished undisputed and all of that before Errol Spence started to gain his traction. He gained this before, Canelo Alvarez already, started winning multiple divisions, but he didn't lose. Yes, they are, Bless 365. Yes, they are, Bless 365. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why that's why we here. Jay Harris, too real. What's going on? She said, on another note, the 49ers is about to beat the Cowboys. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. That's why we here. Calvin, what's going on? You need to cash out that 500. Nah, it's good. So that's my thing, right? So that's my thing when it comes to that, man. Muhammad M, what's going on? Canelo's number one. It's opinionated, but no, he's not, in my opinion. He lost. Let me tell you why Canelo's not number one. Corey Lee Boxing, my brother. Go subscribe to my brother, Corey Lee Boxing. Let me explain to you why Canelo Alvarez is not number one. Celso Areola, what's going on? Let me explain to you why he's not. Because he lost every single round to Floyd Mayweather. And then he has questionable wins on his resume that you can question and say, did he actually win that fight? Well, when you have that, I can't consider you number one. I definitely say he's top three for sure. But in my opinion, he's not number one because people think he lost both Triple G fights. I thought he lost the Erislandy Lara fight. You understand? There's questionable wins. And then on top of it, the judge's decisions in favor of him is absolutely absolutely far-fetched. And so because of that, it's hard for me to say he's number one, because if all things fair, and we can't say, well, the judges was right. No. Well, one judge actually saw him win the fight against Floyd Mayweather when we watched him lose every round. You understand? Justin Hawkins, brother in Super Chat, he said, hey, Blue, if the WBA mandatory is taking a step aside money, will they still allow undisputed between Errol and Bud, or will they force the mandatory? The WBA may force the mandatory. That's why time is just simply not on their side. Time is not on their side. Justin Hawkins, yeah, and that's a great question. We don't know. But but look at it from this standpoint. Errol's going to fight in April. Let's say he fights. Let's say Terence Crawford fights Keith Thurman in July. Well, Errol Spence could fight the Stanionis Butev winner in August, and then or end of July. End of July, and still fight Terence Crawford before the year is up. Bless 365, peace and bless to the Queen in Super Chat. Said them Cowboys about to crack under pressure, and we're about to show out, Blue. This is a fact, Queen. This is a fact. You see, here go Nick J. I was waiting for Nick J. She said 49ers ain't about to do nothing but come to Dallas and lose. Yeah, they're gonna come to Dallas and lose fans. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna come to Dallas. Las Vegas Leon, my brother, what's good with you, great brother? They're gonna come to Dallas and lose fans. That's what they're gonna do. Because your fans ain't gonna be happy. Muhammad M, brother in Super Chat, with your logic, Usyk is number one, not Crawford. Usyk is not number one because he's a heavyweight. Heavyweights don't belong on the pound for pound list. So there you have that, great brother. Dante Gilbert, what's going on? The pound for pound, Friston Charles, what's going on? It's Jelly, what's going on? The pound for pound list was created for guys under the heavyweight. It was created for Sugar Ray Robinson, guys who have the skill set that compare to any weight class under heavyweight. So no, Usyk is a heavyweight. Don't belong on the list. Mark Ambrose, what's going on? Now they're trying to alter history, and they're trying to tell you that Mark G, what's going on? That heavyweights belong on the pound for pound list. That's not what it was created for. It's created for Sugar Ray Robinson and people below the heavyweight division. Muhammad M, I knew you was gonna say that. I forgot Usyk was a cruiserweight. No, I didn't. And who did he beat at cruiserweight? He became undisputed, and he did so after Terence Crawford. But who did he beat at cruiserweight? Where's the big wins at cruiserweight? Michael Jones, what's going on? Boxing Flem, Happy New Year. Who did he beat at cruiserweight? Right. His most notable win is his biggest win is at heavyweight, not at cruiserweight. See how that works? Brooklyn Finest, brother in the Super Chat, he said, question, how does a boxer become a cash cow? Because Bud been on top before Canelo, so how did he become the cow before Bud? Well, because Floyd Mayweather directly passed him the baton. Floyd Mayweather put him on his undercard co-main event, and then he fought him. He directly passed him the baton to the status that he has. He already had buzz before the Floyd Mayweather fight, but Floyd Mayweather heightened it, even in loss. He directly passed him the baton. Right, Errol Spence and this year, Terry Smooth Jr. What's going on, great brother? He said Glanaki and Bradis. Yeah, but they're not superstars. They're good fighters. They ain't superstars. He accomplished becoming undisputed there, but they ain't superstars. Mark Franklin, what's going on? So the fact that remains is that he directly passed Canelo the baton. And then when you look at other fighters, Floyd Mayweather could have did the same thing. Just like I stated, Floyd Mayweather's getting ready to fight February 20th in Dubai on a heliport on the top of a building, and he's going to get all types of exposure and notoriety. And that's the time where he should put Jerome Boots Ennis and should put guys like Tank Davis Jerron Ennis, AZ Landlaw, what's going on? As the main co-main events and fighters on his undercard, and bring them as much exposure. Bring them out to Dubai, have them fight on the heliport on the undercard, and pass them the baton. Since Floyd Miller, he stated that he don't understand how guys like Boots Ennis and other guys don't get the same they don't get the same amount of credit and acknowledgement that Canelo gets. Well, take Erickson Lubin there and have him fight on your undercard. Take Jerron Boots Ennis and have him fight on your undercard. Take these guys there and pass them the baton. Take Tank Davis there. You say you're the cash cow superstar. Take Tank Davis and Rolly Romero. Let them fight on your undercard February 20th. I don't know. I'm hypothetically speaking. I don't know if Tank is healthy and can fight in February. I'm just hypothetically speaking. Wilbur Wilson, what's going on? Abel Torres, Peace of Busty Queen. How you doing today? So I didn't get a notification. Yeah, they're not sending it out. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K, people. Smash that like button. You understand? Mitchell Hamilton, what's going on? So, Don Ron, what's going on? So, if Floyd Miller is true to his word when he stated that, these fighters need to get more exposure. Well, you get ready to do a fight that's going to get a lot of attention in Dubai against a YouTuber. And so, okay, when you do that, go ahead and put these guys on your undercard and guess how much exposure you get them. You know how much exposure, how many, how much acknowledgement they will get? Come on, man. Put them on your undercard. So Canelo Alvarez had buzz. He had buzz, and Floyd Mayweather heightened his buzz. That's what he did. My brother Charles Edward Cheese say, "Do you think it's because the black fight, the fan base is dollar invested in the NBA and NFL that sees most of the fighters unable to secure mega bag and boxing?" No, they're not promoted correctly. And then on top of it, Charles Edward Cheese, they don't promote themselves. Floyd Mayweather gave them the blueprint to promote themselves and be mega superstars, and they don't do it. It should be easier to promote. You don't have any limits. You don't have any limitations. You don't have any ceilings to promote yourself in boxing. None. Andrew Martinez, what's going on? Deshaun Duckworth, what's going on? Therapeutics, what's going on? You should be able to do whatever you so choose. Floyd, you don't even have to like Floyd Mayweather. But people are paid to watch him lose. They'll pay to see him lose. Cena Crawford. They'll pay to see them lose. Bring Kurt on, or is he not a part of the show anymore? Cena Crawford. Yeah, Kurt is dealing with his health issues, so that's the problem. Joseph Castro, what's going on? Jonathan 97, my brother, what's going on? Jeremy Brown, what's going on? Brother Adam, what's going on? Yeah, Kurt, Kate Causey, what's going on? Kurt is family. Kurt is always a part of the show. This is just as much as Kurt platform as his mine's. The problem with Kurt is dealing with his health issues. I just talked to him today, the historian, and Lions Owner, what's going on? Jimmy Boy 81, what's going on? He's just, he's feeling a little down right now. Prayers up to the historian. Saying your prayers up to the historian. He's just feeling a little down right now. A little, I don't want to say, he's just sad right now in the state he's in, and he's in the hospital, man. And blessings out to the historian, my brother, man. Dre Tolbert, what's going on? Charles Edward Cheese. Nah, you know what it is? Let me tell you what it is, Charles Edward Cheese. Why I do that pausing, right? Is because you can't say certain things. You know what I mean? So I'd be thinking about what I'm saying. Tayana Scott, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? So I'll be mulling over what I say before I say it. You understand what I'm saying? You got to. That's the problem. So Trey Dennis, what's going on? Mark Ambrose, brother in Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in Super Chat. Blue, you're not just a boxing analyst. You're a pretty good teacher of the sport of pugilism. Educate, great brother. Appreciate you, great brother. Much love to you. Much love to you. Devontae Richardson, what's going on, great brother? Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1.1K, people. Smash that like button. Drumming for light. What's going on? So that's the issue with the historian right now. So I talked to him. So he's always a part of the show. There's no such thing as Kurt not being a part of the show. Kurt is just dealing with some health issues. He's feeling a little down. He's listening right now, I'm sure. Him and his beautiful wife, you know, they taking it one day at a time. You know what I mean? So I told him whenever, he said he'd probably going to take a month off and try to get his health together before he come back on the show. And I told him, man, I don't care if you come once a week. I don't care if you come once every 2 weeks. Pull Counter Boxing, tried and true. What's going on? Justin Hawks, what's going on? I don't care. I think that he just feels, a little bit, unmotivated right now. And, he's dealing with a lot. So, prayers up to the historian. So, blessings to the historian. I'm sure, he'll be back on the show as soon as, he get control of his situation, and he'll be back. That's my brother right there. So this is his platform just as well as his mine. It's my brother, man. See y'all last. What's going on? Appreciate you, Jay Lynch. Say you're a good dude, Blue. I can't even say I try. I just be who I am. I just be who I am, man. And yeah. It's plural. What's going on? Reggie Reg, what's going on? I can't wait till the historian gets back on his feet, back healthy and consistent. You know what I mean? As I know we all looking forward to it. We all looking forward to it. So blessings to the historian. I know people have asked me, hey, Boo, you should bring this person, that person. First of all, Kurt is irreplaceable. That's number one. This is his platform as well as his mine. And so nah, this is just what he do. I know he tries to do, pop-in shows, other shows, things like that. I can't wait for him to get better. That's all. That's all. I just can't wait for him to get better. Brother Adam, what's going on? Salute to the historian. I love you, great brother. You already know that. I just told you I love you. What is that, an hour ago? I'm telling you I love you till forever. So I love you, historian, man. Get better, great brother. Keep the change. What's going on? Any truth to Canelo and Charlo fight? Yeah, that's another thing, right? So we got salute to my brother Mark Ambrose dropping that dub on your boy Blue. More massive. Yes, sir. Keep Curry in prayers, man. King Jizzle, brother in Super Chase, said them two dogs at 147 going to leave before Boots get his chance. Yeah, it's age, right? He's just in his age. Boots came in on the back end of what they got going on. Jalen, she said, your knowledge of boxing, but mostly your kind heart causes me to tune in. Oh, I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate you 1,000%. I appreciate you 1,000%, man. Queen. Smash that like button, people. Get the likes to 1.1K, people. Hey, the Memphis Grizzlies on a roll, huh? Memphis is on a roll. They about to beat the Warriors. What they win? 11 straight games right now? 10 straight games? Beat the Warriors, the Nets, the Lakers. They ain't hard to beat the Lakers, but they beat the Nets. They beat the Warriors. They beating the Warriors right now. They on the roll. Jay Stevens, what's going on? You're not going to mention Tony Bellew, Irvin Green. Oh, yeah, he beat Tony Bellew. And I thought Tony Bellew was winning that fight. I thought Tony Bellew was winning that fight. I think he ran out of gas. He tried to go back down and cruiserweight. When he didn't try, he went back down to cruiserweight. John Morant is on the roll, man. This dude is looking very unstoppable tonight. John Morant look unstoppable tonight. Whew, John Morant is, whew. Hold up, yellow baby out there folding again in the presence of the real deal. Yeah, for sure. John Morant is going to work tonight. And they got Clay back too. Yeah, Taylor Allen, what's going on? So yeah, John Morant is the truth, man. Man, the Bulls just walked the Pistons down, huh? 133-87. Wow. That's ridiculous. No professional team should lose by that margin. True grit of 402 is going on. So anyway, this would be John Merriweather. What's going on? Nitty G, my brother. What's going on? I would love to see Errol Spence. I would love to see Terence Crawford. If you're going to move up to 154, I want to see you move up to 154. Biko Beaston, what's going on? I want to see you go to 154 before Icove 702. What's going on? After you fight Errol Spence. Add that, those cherries on top, right? If you're going to go to 154, do so. If you beat Errol Spence and you beat Keith Thurman, then you Terence Crawford, you move up to 154. I don't want to see Terence Crawford move up there with unfinished business. I don't like that. Finish the task at hand before you venture off. The Guru, what's going on? There's Lamech, what's going on? That's what I want to see. You understand? I want to see you finish the task at hand before you venture off. So if you could beat Errol Spence, then fight and beat Errol Spence, and then if you could beat Keith Thurman, fight and beat Keith Thurman, then you go up to 154. Now, maybe there's a situation where Jermell Charlo may not be there by that time. I don't think that Jermell Charlo got many more fights in him after this fight with Brian Castano, if any. Fly Guy Squad, what's going on? I think he may move up. Now, I think he'll stay there for a Terence Crawford fight because that's a big fight for him. I need to tell my son to bring my heater. I'm cold. DeAndre Carey, what's going on? Hey, baby, do me a favor. Bring me the heater, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Right. Jeffrey Sharp was going on. Spence's ducking. That's why he's moving up. Oh, okay. Ronaldo Garcia, what's going on? Crimson Fire, what's going on? How's Spence avoiding him? What are you talking about? How could Errol Spence? Where do y'all come up with this stuff? How's Spence avoiding him? Rudy Bemo, what's going on? How's Errol Spence avoiding him? Where do you get this stuff from? Big Texas Clayton Smith, what's going on? Smash that like button, man. Get the likes to 1.1K. 10-game winning streak for Memphis. Get the likes to 1.1K, people. Smash the like button. Jellybean 4280, what's going on? So with that said, Jones Albert, what's going on? I would love to see. Now, I wanted to talk about this too before. Trade Dub 234, what's going on? This is another thing, right? This is another thing I wanted to talk about. Is that Floyd Mayweather. Now you have to give initially. Now let me say this, right? Initially, I didn't think that Push Jackson, what's going on? Bobo, what's going on? Wild Bob, aka Dub B, what's going on? Brother Adam, what's going on? Initially, I didn't think that Rolando Rolly Romero deserved the opportunity to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Jeremy Brown, what's going on? Because I didn't think that he proved himself to do so. I thought he had questionable win where he needed to run that back, and so I think that there was a lot that needs to be desired when it comes to Rolando Rolly Romero. I think that this stage of Gervonta Tank Davis' career, I want to see Gervonta Tank Davis face Lomachenko. I want to see him fight Mr. Gary Russell Jr. I want to see him fight better opposition, right? I don't want to see Rolando with 14 fights. He's not a world champion. That's not the fight that the fans was calling for, nor did they want to see, okay? That's not it. That's not what they wanted. That's not the fight that they wanted, right? So with that said, we want to see Tank. We say that Tank is the best fighter in the world, okay? We say that Tank Davis is a cash cow. He's a pound for pound fighter. Now we want to see Tank in there with the absolute best, right? We saw Lomachenko calling him out for quite some time. We know that Gary Russell has been calling him out. Those are the fights you want to see, right? But now I have to say this, because it's not getting enough traction. I don't see enough people talking about it. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 1.2K. Please smash the like button. Let's get the likes up to 1.2K. Smash the like button. So, AJ64, what's going on? So now, with that said, right, King Judah, what's going on? Keep the Chains, what's going on? He's been proven to be innocent. Al Green, what's going on? And I don't see people talking about it. He's been proven to be innocent. He was removed from this fight because you, as the promotional company, didn't want this hanging over your head. You didn't want a dark cloud hanging over this fight. So you removed him from the fight, okay? And we didn't know the details. Cool. Jamal James, what's going on? We didn't know the details. So I understand as a business, you got to remove him from the fight because it could be true, right? Right? Oh, for sure, Irving Green. I definitely feel like there need to be a penalty for that as well as for the accuser, for sure, no doubt about it. So, but they removed him from the fight. He lost millions of dollars. He lost an opportunity. He lost, a legacy fight. He lost time. Time you can't get back. You can never get back time, right? So now that he's proven innocent, VT19, what's going on? I haven't seen a statement made by Showtime. I haven't seen a statement made by Mayweather Promotions. Did I miss something? Because I checked. Now, I don't know if I missed something. Did anybody see a statement made by Mayweather Promotions? Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, anybody outside the box media? What's going on? Did anybody see Showtime make a statement regarding this? I know I saw Rolly's. I know I saw a few things coming from Rolly. Rolly calling out Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis and telling him that he wants this fight. He need to run it back. He wants his opportunity back. He's been proven innocent. I know that I saw the statement, the long statement he put out, right? But I didn't see anything coming from them. Right? So now my thing is this. Jose Verge, what's going on? I want to see Gervonta Tank Davis' next fight to be Gary Russell Jr. That's the fight I want to see, or Vasyl Lomachenko, right? Or C. Wood, what's going on? Or Ruger Rodriguez Prograis at 160. I mean, at 140, right? But I think that right now, Rolando Rolly Romero and Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis and Leonard Ellaby and Showtime, they need to rectify this, right? Because he lost out on pay, right? And Floyd Mayweather has been in this situation himself, not with these allegations, but he had some allegations himself that was tagged to him, and he had to sit down for some time. So he knows what it's like to be in this situation, right? And as a business, just like you remove Rolando Rolly Romero from the fight because you didn't, as a business, you didn't want this cloud over you as a business. Well, he is a business himself. His brand himself is a business. His brand is his business. That's how he feeds his family. Josh Brown, what's going on? Do I think Boots can beat Rashidi Ellis? Absolutely. So this is how he feeds his family. So there should have been a statement made immediately when all of this was stated that it wasn't true. Right? And then you got to give him back the fight and give him a chance to earn a living and be able to feed his family because you chose to do it from the beginning anyway. T. Scott, what's going on? See, I told you guys as a business, I understand why they removed him. But now I'm going to tell you the flip side of it. As a business, for him, and his self being a brand, you need to rectify this. Nelson Armstrong, what's going on? And don't do it privately. You have to do it publicly, because the moment you chose to move him from the fight, you publicly told the world that this is an issue. So you can't privately go behind closed doors and say, oh, we're going to negotiate the fight. No, you should publicly make a statement and say, listen, we found out that this wasn't the truth. We had to remove him. Tank won the fight. So the bag wasn't messed up because Tank won. So Tank still won the fight. Okay, cool. So Tank won the fight. I don't know how long Tank is going to take. Exactly, Charles Edward Chief. I don't know how long Tank is going to be out the ring and when it's going to take from the heel, so on and so forth. Super Mac time, what's going on? But this is what I said. Peter Vega, what's going on? Let me say this. Eric Oss, what's going on? Right now, Floyd Mayweather, if Tank is healthy enough to fight soon, well, it's too soon, because what's today's date? The 11th? It's too soon right now. He ain't going to fight. Tank ain't going to fight in 6 weeks. But in March, early April, we should be talking about Tank versus Rolando Rolly Romero. And again, get it over with, because I think Tank gonna win the fight either way. But I got to speak the truth. And Rolando Rolly Romero, Muhammad M said, is your opinion. What's my opinion? No, this ain't an opinion, brother. This is a fact. Muhammad M, what are you talking about? Opinion. This ain't no opinion. This is a fact, brother. This is a fact. This is how he feeds his family. His name and his self, his likeness is his brand. That's his job. That's how he feeds his family. He needs to be able to he needs it rectified publicly. It's not an opinion, brother. It's not an opinion. When you publicly say something, it deserves a public apology. That's why. Kentrell Elder, brothers who in the building, he said, Blue, this is why people are saying he's dug. He paid step aside money to fight Ugas for the WBA, but he could have just went after WBO. Is he free? Who is free with no fight to go after undisputed? Well, the thing is this: Kyron Johnson, what's going on? Mario Rios, what's going on? See, the thing about that is this: Tavion Parrish, what's going on? You have to look at it from a standpoint. Why would you go now? Now, ask yourself this: if I give you the dessert and the main course before I give you the appetizer, are you going to eat the appetizer? Tell me. Naughty Crash, what's going on? If I give you the main course and your dessert before I give you your appetizer, will you eat the appetizer? Would you clamor the appetizer? Right. You won't. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. You won't. Right? Okay. Now, when your Danis Ugas is the appetizer. No slight to your Danis Ugas. I'm not trying to slight him. I'm not trying to slight him. Muhammad M said maybe. If it's maybe, it's no. You're questioning it. When you sit down and you're hungry and you're anticipating the main course and you're anticipating the dessert, you're going to eat the appetizer because you're anticipating the big food, so you're gonna eat it. Man, you're just excited to get to the next level. Right? Okay. He said, no, but boxing fans will watch any fight, bro. No, that's not true. Please, that's not true. We know that not to be true. If you get Terence Crawford and Errol Spence to fight right now, after that, are you going to pay big money for your Danis Ugas and Errol Spence Terence Crawford winner? Mr. Carter, play you. What's going on? Michael Lee, what's going on? You going to pay for your Danis Ugas and Errol Spence or Terence Crawford? Now, I know you're going to come in and you're going to tell me, yeah, because it's for undisputed and all of this. No, you're not. It's watered down now. It's watered down now. The casual fan is not going to watch it. The casual fan is not going to watch it, no. It's not going to have the same demand. Right now, everybody's going to watch Errol Spence and your Danis Ugas. You know why? Because you want and hope that he gets past that fight to see Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. My brother, bitch, B Megastar in the building. If you got sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, friends with little kids, cousins, have them subscribe to KK Pinson TV. Once again, have them subscribe to KK Pinson TV. Bitch, drop the link. So, you're not going to pay for that. It's not appealing anymore. You know what it is? It's anticlimax. Miss Sexy, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing today? You coming down. Oh, man. Wow, man. Ooh. And then you already know who the best fighter in the welterweight division is now. You give Ugas a chance to beat the winner? No. T Bonafide, Kyron Johnson, what's going on? You give your Danis Ugas a chance to beat the winner? What's the chances? No. And then let's say your Danis Ugas goes and fights Monica Sylvie, peace of blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Let's say Ugas goes and fights Stanionis and he loses to Stanionis. Oh, ho, ho! Scott Gonzalez, what's going on? Now you're going to pay pay-per-view to see Errol Spence or Terence Crawford winner versus Stanionis? You don't even know who Stanionis is. Now you're going to pay big pay-per-view money to watch Errol Spence or Terence Crawford win a face-off against Stanionis? Let's be real here. Lyndon Brown, what's going on? Let's be real here. So the thing is, you want to get that belt, and now the fight is even bigger. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, it's even bigger. That's why I say I don't agree that the fans are not going to pay for it. I don't agree with that. Smash the like button. We should be at 1.2K. We still ain't at 1.1K. David Martin, what's going on? We still ain't at 1.1K. We should be at 1.2K. We still ain't get to 1.1K. Why? Why? There's a reason when you go to a 5-star restaurant, right? And they have 4-course meals, right? Marissa Aiken, peace of blessings, Queen. Maccabi Sharrat, what's going on? My brother KQKC Boxing Network, the OG in the building. What's good with you, great brother? Go subscribe to my brother KQKC Boxing. KQ, drop the link. There's a reason that you go to these restaurants and they have appetizer first. They preparing you for the big meal. Right? And they're preparing you to leave. They're preparing you for the big meal and they're preparing you to leave. Right? Appreciate you, Miss Sexy. Blessings to you, Queen. Contrell Elder, brother, back in the super chase. I watch fights, bro. A fight is a fight. My cable bill was $654 last month because of pay-per-views. Great brother, a fight is not a fight. If a fight is a fight, then the price would be the same all the way across the board. And it's simply not. Just like every meal ain't the same. When you go to McDonald's compared to going to a steakhouse, food is food. Food is food, DP Rock, what's going on? So why you pay a different price at McDonald's than you do at Red Lobster? Why you pay a different price at Red Lobster than you do at a five-star restaurant? Food is food. Does the same thing. It satisfies your taste buds and it fills you up, right? Food is food. No, boxing is not boxing. Okay, now watch this. So you said your pay-per-view, your bill was $654 because of your pay-per-views. Now watch this now. So you think that it was worth the pay-per-view for Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin is the same worth as Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford? Contrell Elder. Is that fight was $40, right? Because a fight ain't a fight. That fight was $40 and Canelo versus Plant was $80. The price was cut in half. You know why? Because a fight ain't a fight. Now, for you and for me, we're hardcore boxing fans. So I'm going to pay for every fight. For one, it's my job. For two, I'm just in love with the sport of boxing. But the point is to attract the casual fans. You understand? The point is to lead them into that big fight and then tell them, now give me $100 for this fight. GB Lifetime, what's going on? Andrew Thomas, what's going on? You understand? The point tune, what's going on? Right? The point is to lead them into the big fight. So the point is to have the appetizers, right? Then you have, the second meal, and then you have the big meal. And then when you're sitting there and you're satisfied, they're like, man, here goes some dessert, man. That's not money. What's going on? It just is what it is. So you have the Ugas fight. These fights, that's why I just told you. Have the Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford fight and build it up. Adam Quinnos, what's going on? Then you have Ugas and Errol Spence, and it's building up. You get, Errol Spence is dominated. See, your imagination starts to play. Mr. One Wheel Up, what's going on? Your imagination. See, they're working on your imagination. That's why we sit here and talk about who's going to win. You understand? It's your imagination. It's all your imagination. That's why we sit here and talk about who's going to win. You understand? Paul Murphy, what's going on? So here's the thing, right? You're going to watch Spence and Ugas, and you're going to be like, man, you see his style? Oh, snap. Oh. And once it's over, he could beat Errol Spence. I mean, he could beat Terence Crawford. Then you're going to watch Terence Crawford versus Keith Thurman. Oh, snap. You see how Terence Crawford, hypothetically speaking, no slight to you, Keith. I'm just hypothetically speaking. You saw how Terence Crawford stopped Keith Thurman? Oh, he going to beat Errol Spence. And now you done paid $70 for Keith Thurman versus Terence Crawford. You paid $70 for Errol Spence and your Dana Ugas. And guess what? Now you get the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, and now they're going to say, give me $100. And guess what you're going to do? Give them $100. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to give them $100. Just my imagination. Oh. King Judah, brother in Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in Super Chat. He said, Bud only fought Bum, was forced to take the fight with Porter, duck Spence to fight Horn, denied 64 to offer to fight Spence, duck Boots to fight an inactive Thurman. Bud and Belden fans. Hey, man. I love Terence Crawford, man. Adewale M, what's going on? Scott Gonzalez, what's going on? Running away from me. Just my imagination. Running away from me. Oh, man, what y'all got me in here doing? I'm about to start dancing. It's just my imagination. Put my Barry White voice on for you. Right? So, you know, DVT game, what's going on, great brother? Scott Gonzalez, what's going on? Miss Sexy, is you a twin? Are y'all twins? Troy Davis, what's going on? Shakur Stevenson beats him in sparring. Beat him in sparring. Beat who in sparring? Kyron Johnson, what's going on? Boxing Kings Archives, brother, what's going on? Are y'all sisters or y'all twins? Case Savoy, what's going on? You think Canelo and Charlo could happen? Oh, I think it will happen. Monica Sylvie said, no, he's just sisters. Oh, okay. Thought y'all was twins. Thought y'all was twins. Just sisters. Okay. King Jefferson, what's going on? I thought y'all was twins, man. Look at Eric O. They look. They. So now. Oh, really? Man. Obsidian Lion Code Keeper, what's going on, great brother? William Moore, what's going on? So y'all just sisters. So now, man, y'all now see they done got me all off track. Cliff Stewart, what's going on? Yeah, now you got me all off track. What was I saying? They from the Bayou, right? From New Orleans. Stewie Huey, what's going on? Hey, man, what was I talking about, man? Yeah, they done got me all train all off the track. Train is all the way over here, just all off the track, man. What was I talking about? Muhammad M, brother, super chat. Conor Ben versus Boots. Your fair assessment. It's an easy fight for Boots. Giovanni Walker, what's going on? Conor Ben can't keep up with Boots. Eric say, I don't even remember me either, bro. I don't remember where I was at. Unbelievable. See, Monica Silver, see what y'all did? Justin, what's going on? Amazing, man. Got me all off track. So, yeah, no, Boots, Conor Ben can't compete with Boots. Conor Ben is a good fighter. Justin, what's going on? Very good fighter. I like Conor Ben. You know, I like his future, but no, he can't beat Boots. Vaticus, what's going on? He can't beat Boots. No. There'll be a lot of disappointing people if you lost something? Oh. If William Moore Terry, what's going on? I'd rather see Blair versus Boots. Yeah, I'd like to see that fight as well. Chappelle Show 56, what's going on, great brother? But Conor Ben is a good fighter, but Conor Ben's limitations and inexperience, Boots is just a better fighter, bro. I like Conor Ben, though. Don't get me wrong, but Boots is a better fighter. He opens himself up too wide. Now he's getting better, Muhammad. And every fight, Conor Ben for sure is getting better and better. Every fight, you know, for sure he's getting better and better. Every single fight, I see improvement in Conor Ben, right? And it's impressive. But he can't. Boots' natural athletic ability and natural skill set is just off the charts. It just is. Giovanni Walker, brother in Super Chat, support the channel, push the like button. Yeah, get the likes to 1.2K, people. Smash the like button. King Judah, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in Super Chat. Ugas told Bud to shut up before he beats him again. Boost told Bud he's easy work. Thurman told Bud not to worry about the split because he'll never get past him. And Bud is on a hush mode. And you know what it is, King Judah? Terence Jackson and Mickey is a joke. Mickey who? Abdul Hamid 215. What's going on? Teach. What's going on? William Moultrie. What's going on? I think Boots beat Crawford. Possible. And so the thing about Terence Crawford, I think at this point in time, he's trying to let the dust clear, King Judah, and looking to make the fights happen. I think Terence Crawford is just laying in the weeds waiting. Cliff Stewart, what's going on? Ready to make the biggest fight happen. Valdez, what's going on? Because Terence Crawford responds to everything. I ain't never seen him this quiet. Obsidian Lion, the Code Keeper, brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, the best boxing channel. Your work ethic is elite level. Your dedication is paramount. God bless you and your family, King. I appreciate you 1,000%, man. Darnell Shaver, what's going on? Oh, you said Mikey. Mikey Garcia? Terrence Jackson? Mikey Garcia? Kane Poe, what's going on? Yeah, Mikey Garcia. Hey, that's a fight I would love to see. I would love to see Mikey Garcia versus Conor Benn. Why not? That's a good fight right there. I ain't even think about that. Terrence Jackson. Mikey Garcia versus Conor Benn. That's a test for Conor Benn. That's a test for him. Mikey versus Conor Benn. Would love to see Mikey Garcia versus Conor Benn. That's a test for Conor Benn. It might be bad for Mikey, but that's a test for Conor Benn because Mikey is very, very smart. Mikey is very, very, he has a counterpunch. He's ring IQ. That's a good fight. Boots' next fight, I hope, is Cody Crowder. RJ Moore, what's going on? I hope Cody Crowder is Boots' next fight. Mikey Garcia versus Conor Benn. I love that fight. It could get bad for Conor Benn as well. Because Mikey Garcia is a counterpuncher. Mikey Garcia is going to take him, B&B Boxing News, what's going on, great brother? Mikey Garcia is going to take him far more serious than he took his last opponent. Far more serious. He's going to be far more focused and dedicated. That's a good fight. I like Mikey Garcia versus Tank as well. Those are two fights I would love to see Mikey Garcia in. Tank and Mikey Garcia or Mikey Garcia and Conor Benn. They're saying that Conor Benn is possibly going to fight Adrian Broner in April. Jeff Fernandez, what's going on? Speedy Rashidi Ellis versus Conor Benn. I love that fight too, but Rashidi Ellis is sitting on the shelf. Eric, what's going on? Carinello, what's going on? He's just sitting on the shelf. Crunch Town Sports, what's going on? Kenichi Bear, what's going on, great brother? Hey, bro, I keep forgetting to go to the email and fix it, man. King Jefferson, what's going on? I keep forgetting, great brother. So much on my mind, man. Kenichi Bear, man, I gotta do that up. Man, I gotta hit you up. Yeah, Monica Sylvie, that's a great point. She said, last time Bud answered to social media thinking it was Spence, and it wasn't. Maybe that's why. That's the truth. That's truth. Truth spoken, Queen. Tadine Lion, the Cold Keep, appreciate you dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. KD the GOAT, brother in Super Chat. Blue, would it be smart to bet AB to win versus Ben? No. And I love Adrian Broner. William Moultrie, what's going on? I love Adrian Broner, but no. And I didn't even finish what I was saying about these fighters promoting themselves. Floyd Mayweather gave them the blueprint to promote themselves. In the sport of boxing, right, you have the ability to promote yourself to the highest level. Smash the like button, get the likes to 1.2K. I need y'all to smash the like button. Big Shot Ball, what's going on? He said Fred over there tripping. Oh, I don't even know what he said. I ain't see it. I gotta watch it. He's on already? It's only 11 o'clock. Right? So smash the like button. So now here's the thing. Smash the like button, get the likes to 1.2K. These fighters have the opportunity to promote themselves. These fighters have the opportunity to promote themselves. And these fighters, they don't have any boundaries like basketball or NFL or baseball. They don't have those boundaries, right? Benjamin Harrington, what's going on? That's prevent themselves from promoting themselves, right? So here's the thing. When you look at these fighters, right? These fighters should be promoting themselves far better than they are doing. And yes, Terence Crawford is at fault for not promoting himself better. Canelo Alvarez promoted himself better. He did 4 city tours. Adrian Broner. Look at Adrian Broner. Still, people believe in Adrian Broner because he promoted himself so much. It's already embedded in your brain, in your psyche. You think that Adrian Broner is still the Adrian Broner. Even me. You think that it's Adrian Broner. Blue, how you feel about Adrian Broner speaking down on Devontae, talking about Floyd don't really rock with him, and he would not. No, Devontae Richardson, that was old, brother. That was super old. That's 4 or 5 years old. Sylvester Simon, 2011, what's going on? That was 4 or 5 years old. Devontae Richardson. That was 4 or 5 years old. Dub_right side, what's going on? That's 4 or 5 year old situation, and that was they had some friction amongst each other, and they was going back and forth. So that's super old, but that happens. You know what I mean? It happens amongst brothers, friends, cousins, whatever. It happens, man. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, but like I said, Adrian Broner, me, right? I believe Adrian Broner, man. Adrian Broner, he only 31. He let his hands go. But Adrian Broner has Omar Otero. What's going on? He has promoted himself so much, so well, that it's hard to forget. Boss Red 357, what's going on? Right? It's hard. Oh, he came on earlier now. Brian Corbett was going on. Okay. So it's hard to forget what Adrian Broner has done and promoted himself. And he made you believe. He sold you on it. He made you believe. And so because we believe in Adrian Broner, it's hard for us not to see Adrian Broner. You see what I'm saying? It's super hard. CMF, what's going on? Muhammad M, what's going on? It just is. No doubt, Devontae Richardson. Yeah, that's like 5 years old, man. They going back and forth, right? So these fighters today's time, and guess what? The height, Cedric Vaughn, what's going on? James Wilson, what's going on? The height of social media today compared to when Adrian Broner first started, Kaz123, what's going on? And Floyd Mayweather, it's not even compared. They didn't even have all this stuff when Adrian Broner first started. Now you got Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, this. You got so many different outlets and so many different ways to promote yourself, and the fighters don't do it. They don't do it. Sylvester Simon, 2011, what's going on? They don't do it. Arsenio, what's going on? Salute to Springfield Gardens, Queens. Oh, salute to you, great brother. At Jamaican Flavors. Man, that's my spot there, bro. I just went there. Arsenio, I went there thing on Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I think Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. I was just out there. Man, I love that spot. Great brother. I love that. Curly J, what's going on? Man, I get those shrimps, man. Those sweet chili shrimps. Psh, Shocky Pete, what's going on? Man, listen. I'm going to have some of them on deck for this Niner Cowboy game on Sunday. Believe that. Believe that. So how is the weather there? In Queens? In New York? It's freezing, man. It's like right now it's 12 degrees in New York. Tune, what's going on? It's 12 degrees in New York. Tune said Devin Haney can't bust a grade. Don't need to. He win his fights without doing it. Don't need to. Cedric Trello, what's going on? Curly J said, I'm going with the Niners. As you should. Tune said it's 18 here. Man, it's 12 degrees here, man. Tim TV 212, what's going on? Yeah, it's 12 degrees out here, man. 12 degrees. That's ridiculous. That means we're gonna hit that below soon. Ryan Corbett, Urban Green, what's going on? We're gonna hit that below number soon. Man, always around this time it just gets January, February in New York. Forget it, man. Cedric Trailer says 69 degrees in Texas. Now you're just showing off. Call me legendary. What's going on? DP Rock said 18 here in Cincinnati. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, man. But Original Skywalker, what's going on? Yeah, it's 12 degrees here, man. But, you know, it feels worse because it's like it gets like Chicago because we got these buildings, man. So the wind be kicking up off the water, man, and it just be ridiculous, man. Irving Green says 66 in Inglewood. Man, you're a good man out there, man. Facts over feelings, Boston. What's going on, great brother? Yeah, man, we got the tall buildings and the water, man. That wind be whipping through the buildings, boy. Hat be doing these when you step outside. Man, listen. Tell Sean Wagner, what's going on? Hat doing this. You be having your hand like this. DC Jazz and Boston, brother, in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you. JC 08 1979. What's going on, great brother? Clarence McLean said it's a cold city, man. It's cold out there. Am I a Knicks fan? No, I'm a Bulls fan. I've been a Bulls fan since 83, 84, man. I'm a 49er fan since 82. Bulls fan since like a year later. I'm a Yankee fan since I came out the womb. Ain't had no choice. Was looking at Yankee Stadium from Harlem over the Harlem River. Harlem River Drive. You know what I mean? Looking at Yankee Stadium my entire life. Yankees. I can't take when the Yankees lose. The Niners and the Yankees, man. Nagaros, I think the 49ers beat the Cowboys. Yeah, for sure. It's A.K.A. Tabs. What's going on, great brother? Where you been at? King Judah, brother, back in Super Chat. He said they say New Yorkers have attitudes. I would too if I had to survive in the tundra every year, laughing myself off. Hey, bro. Shaq Food, what's going on? I was just telling somebody, man. Yeah, when you walk through New York, man, people just, bro. I'm telling you, King Judah, when I leave outside of New York and people be like walking and, hey, how you doing? You don't even know how to take it, man. You be like, man, what you want from me? You know what I mean? Get your hands out my pocket. You know what I mean? That type of thing, man. You don't even know how to respond, bro. Hey, how you doing, man? What you want from me, man? I kid you not, man. Said born and raised in St. Louis. Salute to St. Louis. Yeah, Dub _ right side. We speak to everybody in Georgia. I love Georgia, man. I love Georgia. Showtime, the guy was going about 35 degrees in St. Louis. Yeah. Yeah, man. Marcus said, man, it's a shame. Normally don't have minor league. Hey, man, when the Yankee, man, come to the Yankee game. Kyler Redmond, what's going on? You want to experience New York? Monica Sylvie. You want to experience New York? Come to a Yankee game when they play the Red Sox, or come to a Yankee game when the Mets play the Subway Series or the Red Sox. Ron Dollar, what's going on? Or come to a Knicks game when the Knicks play the Bulls, or when the Knicks play the Lakers, or the Knicks play even the Nets now. Who else? Oh, the Celtics. When the Knicks play the Celtics. When the Knicks play the Celtics, the Knicks play the Sixers. The Knicks play the Sixers, the Celtics, the Bulls, and the Lakers. You come to the Garden. You feel nothing like it. You never felt anything like it. You never felt anything like it. I promise you. Come to the Garden. Come to the Garden when the Knicks play. Said you wrong. What's going on? When the Knicks play the Lakers, the Celtics, the Bulls, and the Nets, and the Sixers. Those 5 teams. Nothing like it. There's nothing like it. You literally. That's why Anthony Joshua lost. There's nothing like Madison Square. Listen, if you've never been to New York, you never experienced it. A big event at Madison Square Garden. It's nothing like it. That's why all athletes, basketball players, they love to play in the Garden. Michael Jordan loved to play in the Garden. Boy, you come to the Garden and your feet, literally, you be moving like, literally, between the Knicks and the Yankees, when the Yankees play the Red Sox and the Mets. Now, there's other rivals for the Yankees, but you come to it when they play the Subway Series at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. When they play the Mets in the Subway Series in the Bronx, or when they play the Red Sox, King Judah, brother, back in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in super chat. He said, "Yeah, a girl from New York told me people speaking to you out the blue in New York is usually plotting on you. In Louisiana, it's the ones that don't speak. You have to watch." Oh yeah, oh man, yeah, New York, bro. People just out the blue. Now it's New York, so you got hustlers. So people going, "Hey, yo, you want to buy this? I got this, blah, 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 blah." They fast talking you. "Yo, I got this, blah, blah, blah." That's just normal. But just randomly, "Hey man, what's going on, man?" What? What you mean? That's that. You got to let them know you on point. What's going on, man? What you mean? What you mean? Yeah, I got to come to a Saints. Leon Sterling, what's going on, great brother? I got to come to a Saints game. I've never been to New Orleans. I got to come to a Saints game. I keep making it a priority. JC 08 1979, brother in super chat. Much respect from the Shy. Salute to the Shy. Keep doing your thing, Blue. Salute. I got to come to the Shy as well, man. Oh, for sure. I got to watch my. I've never watched the Bulls play in Chicago, but I will now. Believe that. Roy Boy, Florida, my brother. What's going on? Ellis, a.k.a. Tag, my brother in the super chat, dropping that duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, "Blue, everyone I met from New York that came to the Shy, they had the utmost respect. What do you think happens to them when they get home? Because I haven't seen that New York attitude yet." You know what happens, man, when we leave outside? You know what happens? This is what happens. When you in New York and you're born and raised here, you just naturally on guard because you know, there's just naturally a thing. So you just don't speak. You just everything is fast paced. Everybody's moving fast. Everybody's just moving. It's just the hustle and bustle. You know what I mean? It's just nothing. It's just the hustle and bustle, man. You just walk around. People walk around, and it's like nobody want to. Everybody's trying to get to their. Everything is like this. The truest thing I ever seen, in movies and stuff, where they show New York and everything is moving like this. That's real. Everything moves like this. You go in the subway, man. It's funny, right? It's in the airport today. when I was coming back, there was these 4 ladies talking. They asked me, and they was asking the security at the airport. There was their first time. I think they were Latinos. I don't know where they were from, Spain or something like that. But they were asking. They were going to 34th Street in Manhattan, and this is their first time in New York. So they was asking, should they take the train or should they take Uber, right? And me and him looked at each other. That's not even a question because they had all their, their suitcases and all their belongings, and so they're like, they're like, hey, should we take the train because we want to sightsee, we want to experience it. So we was telling them like, yeah, go take where you staying at. They staying in Manhattan downtown. So we was telling them, well, go to your hotel, drop everything off, and then don't bring any major belongings out with you, and then go sightsee, go hit the trains, and they was like, oh, but should we take the Uber? And I'm like, man, the money, because the Uber here from JFK Airport to Manhattan is like $80. I think it's like $85. And so, but it was like four of them. So he's telling them that's $20 a piece. $20 a piece or so. And you get there in peace, you know what I mean? But they told me they want to take the subway. Chick Cicerelli, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at? And they told me they want to see the subway and experience. We're like, yeah, experience it after you drop your stuff off. You got suitcases and man, listen, you go ahead and get on the subway if you want to. First of all, you got to go through Southside Jamaica, Queens first. That in itself is like, bro. And you moving around with luggage and Showtime guy, what's going on? How you feeling, great brother? Blessings to you. So you gotta go through Southside Jamaica, Queens, and you mess around, get off the wrong station, and you're gonna be in East New York, Brooklyn. You're gonna be in bad shape. You're gonna be in bad shape, man. Or Espinosa, yes, sir. Yeah, full movie episode. I mean, you mess around, you go to Southside Jamaica, Queens, and you mess around, get off the train in East New York or something in Brooklyn. Man, listen, wrong turn, and then you gotta, oh, how do I, man, listen, man. Cowboy 489, what's going on? Man, listen. Go take your stuff. Oh yeah. We got super rats. Yeah, Muhammad M. I usually just link up with the family when I see you at fights, but yeah, I'll do a meet and greet one day. Do like Dan Shaney, he said East New York. Facts. You mess around, you take the subway and end up in East New York, man, you're gonna be in a bad shape, man. You're gonna be in bad shape. I can tell you a story before I get out of here about the rats in New York. I was getting ready to take the D train. If you're from New York, then you know what I'm talking about. All I gotta tell you is about the D train. I was getting ready to take the D train, right? And I'm in the subway, right? And it's late night. It's probably like 1 something in the morning. And yeah, Tune. Sure did, Tune. Mo 2013, what's going on? So Exactly. Get off of Broadway Junction, man. That's what I'm saying. End up in Canarsie. You're gonna end up, Devon Webster, you're gonna end up in a bad way. So I'm on the D, getting ready to get on the D train. I'm on a platform, right? This is a true story. I'm like standing there, and I hear like the garbage can is shaking. And if you're from New York or been to New York, our garbage cans are metal. They cast iron. They heavy, and they chain. And the garbage cans are chained. They usually chained to the floor or something, right? With a thick chain, and they cast iron. They heavy, right? So I'm standing there, and I'm like, man, now I had a little bit of hen doggy dog in me. You understand what I'm saying? So I couldn't tell if I'm tripping or not, right? So I'm like, man, is the garbage can moving? I ain't gonna pay no attention, right? But I had the liquid courage in me. So I'm standing there, and I'm like, and it's still moving, boom, 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 right? Man, so I'm looking at the garbage. I'm like, man, I kid you not, man. He came out the garbage can. He was so big and so fat, right? He had to squeeze out the can, right? He squeezed out and fell out. And it sounded like a piece of steak that just hit your kitchen floor. That's how big he was. Sounded like a piece of steak that just hit your kitchen floor. I was like, oh, man. Oh, man. Then he looked at me. He said, you good? I said, I'm good if you good. He said, okay. He went down. He jumped off the platform. Went about his way, and I chilled and waited for my train. Ellis, a.k.a. Taz, brother in Super Chat Blue, I got good seats to the Nets and Bulls game tomorrow. Who you want to win? Bulls. Oh, yeah, only root for the Nets and the Knicks if the Bulls ain't winning. No, I'm full. I'm a Bulls fan all the way through and through. I'm a Bulls fan all the way. Ellis, a.k.a. Tag. I'm a Bulls fan. That's a fact, brother Adam. Sure do. The full movie episode. You know what I'm talking about, man. I kid you not. And he jumped. Man, he was huge, man. Oh yeah, Monica Silly said New Orleans Rats are a big boo. They run the castle. Man, Monica Silly, we have a such thing called super rats. Google it. New York super rats. Super rats, right? They're big as dogs. It's a fact. And normally rats they avoid you. Nah. No. Not in New York. They'll walk right. And they don't even run. They walk. They ain't even running. They walk. They'll walk right past you. Walk over your feet if you stand there. You look down, he look at you, and he keep on moving. Burgess Meredith, what's going on? I kid you not. Yeah. Google New York Super Rats. I kid you not. St. Louis Mink, what's going on? I'm not making it up. Anybody from New York know I'm telling the truth. It's one of the most amazing things. It's a tourist site. I'm not making it up. It's a tourist site. People go to the subway just to be like, hey, you see it right now? King Judah, brother in Super Chat. People from the South like to hunt too much bull. That problem would be solved in 3 months tops. Man, listen. No doubt, Chick Cicerelli. Taylor Live, what's going on? Monica Silva, she laughing. Sim P, what's going on? Look, see my brother Simp from New York. He said, "Facts, Blue Nine Line." Hey, y'all think It sounds funny, Fabian Terry. What's going on? He said they did a documentary about it, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's funny, but it ain't funny. It's funny, but it ain't. You go in that subway, especially be down there on the late night by yourself. Start hearing some what? Especially you down there by yourself, and it's echoing. What? Man, you start looking down the. Hey, I kid you not. Showtime the guy. Monkey Dan 1, 2, 3. What's going on? Lamont Blade, what's going on? I told you, Monica Silva. She said, I believe you're not lying. I'm looking at it right now. I told you. Hey, you be looking down the Jalen says it like that in Manhattan too. It's like that everywhere in New York. Everywhere. Everywhere in New York. Just like that everywhere in New York. My brother, Las Vegas Leon. Salute. Yeah, no, you look down at man, listen. You can't tell if the train coming or a rat down there speaking. Like, man, what's going on down there, man? Is that the train coming or Michael Lee? Yeah, you can hear him, bro. You can hear him. Man, I kid you not, man. Man, listen. Maharbin Salam, my brother, in the super chat piece, another reputable channel is reporting that Canelo will not make the Charlo fight, that he is still looking for the cruiserweight thoughts. They're leaving their options open, right? There's a possibility he still might fight a cruiserweight. There's a possibility he fight a cruiserweight. There's a possibility he fights at light heavyweight. They're leaving their options open, and I believe that. Look at the historian. See, told you. Salute to the historian, my brother Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka the historian. My brother, my co-host. He right there. Kurt said, "They will jump on your shoulders." Thank you, Kurt. See. Told you. Look what Kurt said. They'll jump on your shoulder. I ain't making it. Y'all think I'm joking. Mess around, man. Them joints be, man, listen, man. That's where I think they got that concept from the Ninja Turtles and all that. That's where that concept come from. Eating the stuff from under the city and blowing up like that. That's where that concept came from. I'm telling you, that Ninja Turtles, Master Splinter, all that concept came from that. From they don't know what's under the city in New York that makes them so big. Darnell Schaefer, what's going on? Whatever's under there, boy. Man, them jokers come out in the daytime, nighttime, brunch. They come out all types of them. Raymond Henry, what's going on? Man, they come out in brunch, daytime. Man, listen. If you go down there with a lap dog, like a Chihuahua or then you better be holding on to your dog. Kid you not. So I kid you not. You better hold on to your animal. So yeah, Canelo Alvarez is still mulling over his options. But like I said, I think right. Yep. Look what Kurt said. See, I tried to tell you. I'm telling you. Look what he said. Don't fall asleep on the subway. Man, you wake up without fingers and toes, man. For real. So the thing about Canelo Alvarez is this, right? Is that Canelo Alvarez still has options. So Canelo Alvarez is going to wait. He's going to see if he's going to see what the best scenario and situation is for him. Get the likes of 1.3K. right? If the opportunity presents Canelo Alvarez if it's better for him to go to cruiserweight, I mean, light heavyweight, fight Joe Smith and become an undisputed champion in less than a calendar year, he might do that, right? I told you guys that they're seeking Billy Sapp. What's going on? Oh man, Google it, Billy Sapp. Super Rats in New York. Google it. You think I'm kidding? G Will, what's going on? Google it. So, man, they big as puppies, bro. Puppies, man. Never seen nothing like it. I'm telling you. And they're aggressive. You ain't never seen nothing like it, man. I'm telling you, that's where that concept came from with Ninja Turtles. St. Louis Mix says, see, boo, you ain't lying. I just looked it up. I'm trying to tell you. Smooth JT, what's going on? Monica Silly said, no, it's true, bro. I'm telling you. As long as you're not, but Jalen, it's in the subways, like, because in the subways is under the city. So that's where you see them the most is in the subways because it's under the city. Now you'll see them when you're walking on the streets every now and then. Not really like when you're walking on the streets. Maybe, you'll see them like in like garbage, where like you got like garbage cans behind restaurants, things like that, or something like that. Zelos Newton, what's going on? Adonis K3, what's going on? But Case of Oil, what's going on? But you go on the subway? Oh yeah. That's why I was telling them, we was telling them people, you going down there with all your luggage, you ain't never been here before? And they was having 2 suitcases a piece, 2 luggages a piece, and carry-ons. And man, listen, yeah, all right, you play that game you want to, and you ain't never been here? Bro. Because you got to put your stuff down. So you got your suitcases on you sitting your suitcase on the side of you, and you might have food in there, the chips and stuff like that, because you just came off the airplane. Man, listen, you'll be in for a rude awakening down there. She's All Out Fitness, what's going on? Beyond Above Media, what's going on? So yeah, I could see Canelo Alvarez making the decision to go to light heavyweight. I thought that was going to be the best plan for him to begin with. But I told you guys, I have somebody close to me that telling me Canelo Alvarez is seeking out $50 million for this fight with Jermell Charlo. Ellis, a.k.a. Taz, brother in Super Chat, I believe about New York rats, Chicago rats are like Johns. You only see them when you hear free blows. Yeah, that's the thing. You go in the subways and things like that, you'll see it. But like on the street, like sometimes downtown, you might get them, by the water downtown. You know what I mean? By the water area, you might see them down there and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Old Paul Boston, what's going on? It ain't no joke, man. I'm telling you, man. But people be coming from out of town. People love to see and Kurt, what people love to see? The subway. Oh, I want to go in the subway because you hear so much about the subway. It's cool, it's convenient. Man, you get on there, man. You see all types of everybody that's somebody down in the subway. You see superstars down in the subway. What's the name? Ride the subway in New York all the time. Keanu Reeves. That dude. Yeah, I guess, when you're from New York, man, it's convenient. You're just so used to it. It's hard not to do it. You see Chua Loco, what's going on? You see Keanu Reeves down in the subway all the time. Keanu Reeves, man, he yeah, you see the celebrities on the subway all the time. Oh yeah, Dub _ right side, sure will. And raccoons too. We got raccoons too. Those dudes, possums, boy. But let me get on out of here, people. So yeah, but before that though, let me get to this Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, I expect Canelo Alvarez. Fabian Terry, what's going on? Yeah, the city never sleeps. Monica said. When they tell you New York never sleeps, that's not a myth. I brought Boxing Ego through the city. It was like 2 a.m. He was like, "Bro, why is it like it's?" He was like, "Yo, there's tire shops open. You can get your tire changed 2, 3 a.m. I'm not kidding. Nothing closes." Ego. I brought Boxing Ego. He was like, "Bro, why is there tire shops open at 2:30 in the morning?" That's just New York. Get your tire changed, get your oil changed, 2:30 in the morning. Go to the right places. Yep, dub underscore right side. Ain't nothing changed, man. Miss Sexy, piece of bust to you, Queen. See y'all tomorrow. Let me get on out of here. But I expect Canelo Alvarez. I expected Canelo Alvarez to fight at light heavyweight, right? You know, but you know, the talks of him and Charlo arose, and I can see that too. The thing is, it's an option. Canelo's leaving his options open and picking the right opportunity. So we got to see how it unfolds and plays out. But let me get on out of here, people. I appreciate y'all, man. Tomorrow's another day. We'll be back on. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share the videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.